Yo, well, is my mic on? 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Let me see what's going on here with this microphone. Production. Must stop firing people. One, two. Can you hear me? My people, can you hear me? Big up to anybody in the building. If you could hear me, give me the thumbs up. It seems like my microphone is not working properly. Let me check. What's going on here? Okay, it's on. Big up to Mandem in the building. If you can hear me, give me the thumbs up, man. Big up to all of you guys. StreamYard has been acting a fool lately, man. StreamYard has been acting a fool. I still don't think I'm fully on. Let me check the mic. 1 2. Okay. Speakers. Okay. All right. So it should working. It should be working. Big up to all of you guys in the building. Thank you for being in the house. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Welcome to the show. As you can see, hey, yo, my brother is in the building. Anfield Irishman. Let me send you the link. Can you hear me, bro? I don't feel like my mic is not working properly. Or is it just me? But as I was saying, please hit the like button, my people. Hit the like button. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, share across the spaces. All good. Thank you, sir. Maybe because I'm always loud, so when I'm not, I feel like I'm not being heard. But thank you, everybody, for being in the house. We appreciate you guys. You guys know the deal. Tomorrow is a big game. Big match. Liverpool at Crystal Palace at Seahurst Park. It's gonna be crack-a-lacking over there, man. It's gonna be bananas. Thank you, sir. I sent you the link if you're available, bro. Yeah, man, we're gonna talk about that, and then also we're gonna discuss the fact that at first it was a joke, but right now rivals are petrified, and they are making alliances. They say enemy of my enemy is my friend now. A lot of alliances going on against Liverpool. Now, the question I have is, maybe that's the conspiracy theory in me, is the EPL is going to allow this? Because they know if they let LFC run away with this, no turning back, and the league is practically over. They will be looking for who are the clubs that are going to be get relegated and those who are going to be fighting for top 4, top 5, depending on how our coefficient is, in Europe. You know what I mean? Or even the caps. Because at this point, LFC, it's about to... Can you say fish? What the hell? All right, Mr. Leo, good to see you. Yeah, man, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, but we'll discuss all about that. So we will discuss all about that. I'm making a proclamation. Big up yourself, Ryan. I'm saying if Liverpool's at the top by December 1, 85% sure that the league is going to Liverpool. Big up to yourself, Ashley. It's good to see you. Long time no see, brother. Glad that you're doing well. That's what I'm saying. If Liverpool's at the top of the league by December 1, 85% sure that the cap is staying at Anfield. That's what I'm saying. And we're going to talk about that, why I feel emboldened to say that right now when we are still in September. Big up to everybody in the building. Thank you so much for you guys being here. Please, as I say, hit the like button, get the subs up. Our goal is to still make it to 1,000. So let's get there. Ryan said, if Vert still cannot link up or adapt, Slot needs to drop despite the price tag. I mean, the manager already shown you that he's not scared to drop him. He did it at one of the biggest games so far, which was what? At the Merseyside Derby. So I don't think that's an issue with Andy Slot. Andy Slot is not here for foolishness. You know what I mean? Andy Slot is not an emotion. Everybody's emotional, but he's not as what they call it. What's the word I'm looking for? The one that we always beat jogging club with, right? He's not that type of person. He is just about the result, and he will, if he has to. Big up to Anfield Irishman coming in to help the brother out. How you doing, sir?
Very well, very well. How are you? You sound, all your sound is good and all that. There's no problems.
Oh, okay.
And
Because usually I kind of sound like, that's maybe it's because I have the thing on top of my hoodie. So I'm like, is everybody hearing me? But big up yourself, brethren. How you doing, though? How you doing?
I'm okay. Yeah.
By the way, great show yesterday, man. So I was listening to quite a bit while I was doing my office work. Great show, great show. I was trying to jump in, but I'm like, people keep pulling me left and right, even on my lunch break, man. Why people can't have lunch on peace these days?
You gotta go hide in the car.
Big up to Red.
I was a bit disappointed at the end. There was a bit of nonsense in the chat, which I didn't really like, and it kind of took a bit of fun out of it for me. But yeah, Rods was in. It was great. Lots of people on the panel. Lots of different opinions flying. So, yeah, it just sometimes I get a bit disappointed when people just end up arguing all night, in the chat, and sort of, it's just not what you want to see.
Yeah, Red. Big up yourself, man. Man, California, man. I could promise you, 2 days ago we were 100 degrees. A day less. It is cold. And then the temperature is so bipolar right now, we don't know. And we're expecting a rain very soon. Big up to Jay Kismet is in the building. Thank you for coming in.
Nice to hear you, Bert. Hope you're cool, Brian, as well.
All good, man.
Yes, people. So let's just start talking about Liverpool. You know what I mean? Liverpool plays Crystal Palace. I don't like their chairman. I think that he is doing the bare minimum. He's been hiding for a long time. Recently, they have come across some success, and he doesn't know how to deal with it. That's why I was never mad at Liverpool hierarchy when they were trying to make a deal with these people, because most of these people are very incompetent. From Newcastle, who think they are big boys because they got money, to Crystal Palace, that the owner decided that he will rather go do Zumba than taking care of transfer. But it's past. We moved on. Now we play them. As a matter of fact, we're going to play them twice before we play them again, which is 1, 2, 3. 4. I mean, if you count Community Shield. What are you guys' expectation tomorrow, man? I know everybody's trying to make it a big deal. It is a big deal because we need to keep winning. But this is the same thing we heard about Newcastle. Or this one's a different beast?
We are the Crystal Palace are the only two teams undefeated in the league. So that's sort of spicy. I'm proper confident about tomorrow. We're top of the league. I think Isaac will start. So I'm pretty happy about that. And the way Stott's saying that he's sort of getting fitter every day. Yeah. So I'm proper confident about tomorrow. I know some people have like little doubts about Crystal Palace. They're a good team, and they've got good fan base at home. They're proper loud.
Yeah, that place is not fun at all.
It's wild. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. I just feel that we've got too much quality in our team. I think Eze leaving them guys has took all their main attacking objective out their game. You know what I mean? He was their best player for me.
Yeah.
And now he's gone. It's going to be a bit of an easier game, in my opinion. Wharton just coming back from injury as well.
Yeah.
So, and I think Gehi at the back, he might be thinking, if I'm ending up at this club, I don't really want to take 3 points off him. So it could work our way, man.
We need to elbow him a little bit. He should have made a fast like Isak. Red said that I have PTSD with Sarah Park, the game under Rodgers, where we end up losing. We didn't lose, we drew, which cost us. Well, the drew was actually like a loss. As the title, I think I was sick as a dog. Actually, Stephen G is slipping. It was that game. If we beat Crystal Palace that day, it keeps us points with City, but City has so many goals that year. So it was just like, okay, maybe we could have finished on equal points because I don't think we lost after that. But is that Stephen G thing? Yeah, that messed us up big time. But Irishman, man, what do you expect in tomorrow, man? This game is Crystal Palace. You have to respect them. They are a very slippery opponent. Banana peel, as they call it.
Probably up there with the toughest away games. Probably up there. You know, such a just a really well drilled, highly organized team. Can nick a draw off you.
Yeah,
easily. If you're not like, you know, if you're not really at your best, you're not going to beat them. You know, they're not like, they must be one of the best organized teams out there. Yeah. They have to be. Missing, like Jay said, they lost a couple of boys. They always lose someone. They always seem to somehow kind of manage. I'm not sure who their latest young prodigy is yet to come through and replace Eze. I'm sure they have someone there.
Yes, they have defense.
Defense is strong. Gehi. I mean,
Great leader.
I think he's going to come out and said that there ain't nobody's going to be able to criticize me walking off this pitch. I'm going to give 150% because no Crystal Palace fan is going to be able to say, even joking, oh, he didn't play well against Liverpool because, you know, whatever, he wanted to join them. I think that's going to make him play even stronger, so no one can question him. He's going to be out there to have a big game. Like they've caused us all kinds of problems. They've already beaten us once this season. So, I think we'll beat them, but I don't see us beating them really handily at all. So maybe I don't see 90 for Isak. So
no.
I'm not going to call it, man. I'm not going to call it. Like hopefully we'll beat them, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was a draw, just the way they are, you know.
Yeah.
3 o'clock kickoff, not an early one.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think it's definitely up there. It's one of the toughest away games for not for us. Just for any team in the Premier League. I think Palace is definitely one of the toughest. They're only a point off second.
Yeah,
you know, they're on 8. Arsenal are on 9 points.
Undefeated in 17 all comps.
Unbeaten.
17 games unbeaten. That is not a joke.
I think Sarr is out, isn't he, Jake? I think that Sarr
they say he's possibly back.
If he's out, that's a miss for them. He's especially with Eze gone.
He always plays good against us, Sarr.
Yeah, good player.
Yeah, because he wanted to come to Liverpool and
remember? Yeah,
the long time
ago. So this is the thing, though, gents. I believe we're gonna be maneuvering in some very, very tough games. That's why I don't know if I've told you guys, and I'm saying again, I said by December 1, if Liverpool is still at the top of the league, this league is ours. December 1. Why? Because I'm looking at the schedule, and the schedule is Crystal Palace tomorrow. We go to Chelsea the week after we go to Chelsea. So that's back-to-back away games. And then after that, it's international break. And when we come back, guess who we got? The Grey Devil. Right? And then after that, who else? We got Brentford away again. Then we have Aston Villa. That's November. And what else? And then we got City. And then after international break, who do we else we got? Nottingham Forest, and then West Ham November 29. And then December 3. Who do we get? At home to Sunderland. Not that I'm disrespecting Sunderland, but I'm just saying from between now until the end of November, Liverpool, we got some heavy hitters. Banana peels, game that we have to be on 10 toes. Otherwise, we could slip real fast. You know what I mean? Those are the games where when somebody cuts you once, give you that one punch, it could start at you for the next match. And it would take a long time for you to recover. So from now to November, there's no rest for the weary. Not even introducing Champions League. Next week we are going to Turkey. That crowd ain't no easy. On paper, we're supposed to be the best, but it's not easy. So we have a lot. We need to take each game as it's come, one at a time. This feels more like usually games like this are usually the back end when you are, we are doing the other half of the season. But right now, it seems like we do it hours early. Arsenal fans will say they have the top first 5, which maybe they do. But Liverpool games are not easy. Bournemouth, they are number 3 in the league right now. After that, we had Newcastle. Everybody was saying that's the cauldron. And then we had Arsenal. Burnley just gave us one of the worst match we could possibly play. Atletico Madrid in somewhere in between. And then we have Everton. So when I say by December 1, if we are still at number 1 position, this league is 85% Liverpool. Do you guys agree or disagree? Or are you too scared, too chicken to call it as me? Me and the sauces.
Yeah, that ain't no sauce. That's a crystal ball. Yeah, like Mr. Batterd is saying, one at a time, one at a time. Well, I hear what you're saying that. I mean, that's half the season. You're going to.
And that's just half of the season.
Yeah, it's half the season. So you are going to get some tough ones. 10. Yeah, I look, it's too far ahead, but I said, look, I think we're going to win the league now. So okay. I'll probably still think the same unless we're 8 points off it on December 1st. But I think right now we're just going to keep motoring on till December, get a couple of at least hopefully get a defensive reinforcement in January, and buckle kind of tighten up the team that way. That news about Leo, like I was thinking, 7 months. You might see him play like a game before the season was over. But
you saw how I was. My wishful thinking. What was it? Last time we met was Wednesday. I kept saying maybe 2 months, like Madueke. I think Madueke was a bruise, so he could be back.
Yeah, this is the full on. This is the full.
Yeah.
ACL. This is the worst version of doing it. So. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that's going to slow us up. That's the only thing that can catch us out.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is a thing too. And I'm trying. I know a lot of times when people come in the chat and they'll be like, oh, we have to spend money in January. We have to definitely go get a center back. Right now, I don't want to hear about injuries. This is a contact sport. It's brutal. You could even get injured in the trainees room. You sneeze. I mean, Sturridge used to sneeze and he tore his groin. So I don't like to think about center back. Doesn't mean I'm not being realistic. The idea is we need to focus on the task ahead. If you keep worrying about what could happen in the future, you're not going to win anything. And you're asking me why. You know why Arsenal fans don't win anything? One of the reasons why many things Arsenal fans don't win anything. Let me tell you how Arsenal fans plan to win the league is. If Liverpool get a couple more injuries, they are finished. That's what they're hoping on. And then it's like, well, maybe they will lose against Crystal Palace and then they will draw with this team. They are not talking about what they should be doing to consistently stay consistent. They're worrying, they're praying for our demise. That's the only way they can beat us.
Yeah.
And I don't want Liverpool fans to be doing the same thing about every single time. Oh my God, this person is going to get injured.
Yeah. I don't like that. If Van Dijk gets injured and all that sort of talk, why even say it? If it
Exactly.
happens,
Why you put that energy in the air?
Yeah, simple. You know.
Well, Leone is injured.
Leone is.
But that's what we're only talking about Leone because he is injured. It's not about, well, he might get injured. He's out for a year. So
Yeah,
that's
really
realistic. You know, I mean,
yeah,
someone in.
Yeah, but we can't rely on what could or could not happen. You got to play the game as it stands.
No, but that's just planning for the future.
Plan for the future. We leave that to the people who are smarter than us. We, the fans, need to focus on supporting those who are at the battlefield. Worrying about somebody getting injured, personally, I believe will make it more that is going to. It's the same thing as fans who were making fun of Arsenal because Madueke is injured. Like I told you, that lady K, she ain't no joke. She will blow back to you. You know what I mean? We have to focus on our club. We Liverpool fans sometimes, I think we and sorry, Jay Kismet, for cutting you off, but
no, really, bro.
I feel like Liverpool fans, we don't even believe. We ask our owners to spend money. We spend the money and we don't believe that we are that good until we win. Then all of a sudden, oh my God, we are all we are always reacting instead of being in the moment and enjoying what we have. And we saw that a lot during the club years. Instead of people enjoying what club was giving us, they were worrying about what FSG was doing. When FSG do something, guess what? Well, they sold this person, so they got this person. Focus on what the taxes at end. That's why I believe teams like Arsenal are not winning, because they're focusing on things that they cannot control. You cannot control about injuries. All you can do is prepare for it. That's it. You can't. I don't care who you are, unless you have a crystal ball. You can't control what an injured player is going to get injured or not. Anything can happen. They could be walking down the corridor and slip because somebody spilled some Lucozade on the floor. I want our fans to focus and support our players. They need us. We need them. But if we are always worried about somebody's going to get injured, then you're going to spend $200 million and wrap everybody on a bubble wrap and just sit there and watch them. No. So I think let's focus on the players we have. If something needs to be done, you and I, Irishman, knows that they're smart. So we expect them to keep being smart, right?
Do you think we need to do something in January?
I'm not sure. I don't think we should. I mean, for PTSD purposes, you could say yes. But I don't think we should do anything in general. We haven't even seen the best of everybody yet.
I'm trying to go through a full season with 3 center halves, and one of them is Joey Gomez. Okay.
I mean, this is the thing. I trust my scouting department and Michael Edwards. I expect them to do the right thing. That's what I'm expecting. I expect them to do the right thing. Do not leave us short. One thing that I used to be against in the club years is they will wait. You know, the thing of, if we don't get Virgil, wait till next year. I hated that. That's why I was so happy when they went gung-ho for Isak. None of this, let's wait. Now, do something. If something needs to be done, get it done. Now, if you try and you can't do it, like the case of Gehi, cool, I got you. But even with that, you need to have another plan.
Well, there's a big list of free transfers next season of centre-backs.
Mm-hmm.
There's loads. Even Rudiger from Real Madrid. But I don't want him. I'm just saying he's available. And that guy from, I think yesterday's talk was the guy from Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Romano. I'm not a big fan of his. So there's always options available, but it depends on how we do until January now. Like for me, I'm just praying that Gomez. I think Gomez played all right the other day. He did like 1 or 2 decent sort of tackles. I was like, yeah, sound. He gave a few passes away, and that will come with more game time because he ain't played football.
He was rusty.
he was a bit rusty in that department. But I just feel we just got to keep our fingers crossed that them lads stay cool. And if the need be in January, yeah, I'm all up for it to get another player in. Centre back. Yeah. Leone was that guy. Because like the way he played that first half the other day, I was like, yo, man, this guy is quality. You know, it was the first time we really watched him play. And it was just like easygoing. He was sort of clean. He knows how to read the game. And I was like, yep. So we've got 4 centre backs for this season and stuff. But things happen in football. But you have to rethink that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I reckon if everything's cool and Canate, Gomez, and Virgil are cool, then January, it depends. If there's a guy out there who you can get, who's going to go on a free, and you put in a £15 million bid in, you get him, cool, because the list is pretty big. So there's a few players on that list that we can even get in the January window for 15 to 20 million, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I'm expecting my peoples to do the right thing. If it's need be, don't gamble it. Big up to Baz. Baz is in the building. Long time no see, brother.
Yes,
man,
Baz.
where you been all my life?
How you doing, bro?
Go ahead, Irishman.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying the chat there. I mean, it's sort of like we had a plan to bring in Mark Gay. He's a centre half. We had already bought Leone. We had Leone, we had Ibu, we had VVD.
Yeah.
And to the club felt they needed one more. It's not that they felt they wanted Mark Gay. They felt they needed another centre half.
Right.
And they thought they were getting. We didn't get him, and the deadline closed. So we were left one short. Now, one of the players that we already had here is out for a year. That's too short. So I can't see how in January it's got nothing to do with kind of other than doing what we were going to do anyway and trying to bring in someone. You know, I think we all agreed we needed 2. We got 1. Joe Gomez, when he's fit and he's firing, is still a top player. But expecting him to stay fit for 3-4 months is just ignoring everything that's happened in the past. It's poor planning. It's poor planning. So to me, I can't see why January 1st there's someone coming in.
Somebody coming in, yeah.
Not this January 31st bullshit. Not a whole, because we all know how busy January is a busy month.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of people going to do business.
And how quickly, you know, it's easy, Quasi, because we've done it before.
Right.
You bring in a Lucho Diaz in January. Quick, nippy, direct player. Throw him out on the left wing. No one really knows that about me. He's not in the middle. He's not in your midfield. He's not in your center of defense. He can get into a game. Gakpo came in January. Stick him out the left wing. Get into a game. Doesn't need to be 90%. It doesn't need to be 100% switched on.
Right.
But a center half, that's an important player. That's in an incredibly important position. So you're going to need those guys getting time to get up to speed. So that's what I'm talking about. January 1st.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing the work.
We can't do what they did to whatever happened with the club situation.
We can't have Reece Williams.
Yeah.
We can't be looking at Reece Williams and Endo as actually potentially maybe playing in a Premier League game because of circumstances.
Yeah.
You know, Canada gets a kick on the shin and Gomez is out for a week with a flu. So who are you playing? Endo, Reece Williams? No, that's how quickly we want to be able to rest players.
Yeah.
How can you rest players? How can you rest those centre halves? When you go, which Premier League game are you going to start Joe Gomez in? And if he plays badly, the manager gets torn apart for it. He won't be able to win with that one. You know, it's imperative for me that we and like you said, these guys aren't clowns. These guys know what they're at. I think they're already going to be working on deals for next year. You know, doing groundwork for deals and this is going to be one we proved with the Diaz one. We thought he was in a room with Tottenham. We were going to sign him in the summer. The summer following, we found out he was in a room with Tottenham, but signed a deal. We were like, nope, get in, get it done. Same with Gakpo. We were prepared to wait for him until the summer. We found out Manchester United were trying to get him, went in, got him into January, got the deal done. So we can move real quick in January. We can accelerate things. We're not, you know, we're very good at doing that and bringing, like JK said, you know, I think the idea with like the guys that are on free, there's a lot of them that are shy and that, like, definitely. But there are guys that you can buy in January.
Yeah.
There are guys you can buy in January that you can get for cheaper because there will be free in the summer, maybe like experienced guys that you're not going to have to teach a ton of work, or you know, a lot too. It's just that bit of solidity, man. I'm really, because I don't want, we've got an incredible team, we've got an incredible chance,
Right?
and I don't want it to fall apart because the deal for Gay dropped at the last second, and this young kid gets one of the unluckiest injuries, making your bloody debut, for God's sake. Yeah, he's on the pitch about an hour and he's out for a year. That is, you just can't make that
You
shit.
can't make shit up. Yeah, it made no. I said, please let him have a concussion. Now, quick question. I think if all fails, what about this man? No?
Oh God, Jesus Christ, that's an old one. Fucking hell.
Oh, Matip.
Yeah.
The only person I trust in the free transfer window right now is this gentleman right here.
What's he up to?
I'm pretty sure he's fit. This guy, you cannot tell me he has a belly. He's been running.
He's out walking the dogs.
Virgil, get on the phone and call your brethren. Somebody, anybody, please hear me out. Bring him back to the club. His jersey is still free, right? What number was he wearing? 13, 17 or something like that?
A mad number, yeah.
It's still available. Why everybody laughing at me?
Because you're talking about bringing back Joel Matip.
I mean, come on. This is serious here. He is free. He already knows the club. Everybody loves him.
Retired.
32. Virgil is 33. He just retired this year. Everybody say he's 32. Virgil is older, man. Shoot. How old was Pepe playing until he retired? Huh?
Yeah, but he only...
This guy just retired this year.
We were his last club, Quasi.
As long as he stay fit, man. As long as he stay fit. All I want to see is big Matip on the bench. I'm not saying he's starting. Carabao Cup against Crystal Palace, Matip can give me something. Huh? We will give him his jersey back. Oh, 32 was his jersey. Okay, sorry. I'm out here tripping. Oh, sorry. But I say he's 34. I'm just saying, people, hear me out. Huh? Matip, tell me who is the only player who walks in after 10 years of a break and fitting like a glove. This man right here. I've never seen in any player in my entire watching football. Who?
No, I'm just checking. Is there might be like a gas leak in your building or something? You're getting delirious.
Why are people not taking this seriously?
Because you're talking about Joel Matip coming back to this. Because it's impossible to take it seriously.
Gehi, we can get Gehi in January. I'm not saying we're not getting Gehi in January. I'm not saying that. I'm saying bring me this man. You can go get Gehi. You could go, I said Gehi. Gehi could get Bastoni, whoever you want. But bring this man as backup. Let's have 6 of them.
Okay.
Oh, no, I think... Well, like for me, if he comes, he comes. Like
he's not. Don't let him, JK. Don't let him trick you. He's actually giving answers to this crazy scenario.
Yeah, but I'd rather him than Endo at centre back. I'll just leave it as that.
You know what I mean? Scored 9 goals.
Endo at centre back.
He was never fit for long.
He's chilling. He's probably living the good life for the last few years.
The guy was never fit for long, right? He was always getting injured. He managed to score. He played 190 games since he scored 9 goals. Joe Gomez still has
0.
Matip managed to get 9, nearly double figures.
What's the name? Jamie Carragher scored more own goals than goals for Liverpool.
Yeah,
he was an Evertonian.
Yeah, I knew. Sometimes it was the cartoon. Madagascar, the lion, even though he was domesticated, and when he was hungry, he was the animal instinct was coming out. That was Jamie Carragher. Sometimes in a game, his Everton DNA will kick in and be like, you know what? Screw these people. Oops.
Let's see if he's available. Him and my team will be sorted.
What's Sammy Hippie up to?
Yeah.
I mean, I know my team. Sammy looks good. I'm just saying. You know, this is bring Hansen, man. You guys are not.
Yeah,
taking
bring
this
back Hansen. Yeah,
I'm
the best ever.
I'm just gonna stop sharing because you guys don't understand. My team right now can give us 4 games. 4 games. That's all we need. And I'm not saying it's gonna be Premier League games. Carabao Cups. We got, you know,
Palace against Palace.
Against Palace, you put him in there.
Oh, Mateta would be licking his chops, man.
No, we'll have Ibu with him.
He'd be doubly licking his chops.
You know, somebody say bring back Aga and Skirtle. Nah, Skirtle looks gained a few pounds. Aga still look good. He said, who will you exclude? We already lost Leone, so he will fit in. We still got more room because Gehi is coming in January. Oops. Did I just say that? I wasn't supposed to do that. Scratch that. Scratch that. Scratch that. Matip. Now I'm in trouble with Edwards. He's going to be like, brother, I can't tell you nothing anymore.
NDAs, man. NDAs.
I know. I'm about to get in trouble.
But for me, quickly about the Gay thing, if Palace are sitting in 10th position, 8th, 9th position, or even 8th position, then there's more of a chance. Imagine Palace are 4th off bottom. It's going to be hard to get him.
The problem with Palace is, it's not that they did not do their job. Their chairman was at Zumba class instead of taking care of transfer. You see, as much as I am a fan of Glasner as a coach, but he can go kick rocks with what he did. But at the same time, I would do the same thing too. I've been telling you all summer to give me a replacement before this guy leaves. You did not. And then last minute, you want him to leave without the replacement? Hell no. So him I get. The problem with Gehi is new Crystal Palace going to do we're going to do our job like Irishman is saying. We're going to get him in January 1. For us to get him January 1, Crystal Palace also have to do the same. Irishman, are you, or should I say Kismet, are you guys trusting the incompetence of Parrish to have a center back or 2 ready for Crystal Palace by January 1? That's the question.
For me, no, because I just feel how good that Gay is for Palace. He's too valuable for them to say, yeah, go for 15 million in January, but they've got half the season left to play. It's too dangerous for them
in Europe,
to do that.
okay? They could still be in Europe. They could still be in that conference league thing. They're one of the favorites to win that.
Yep.
The conference league. They start next week, that game. Yeah. So that's for me, that's the only thing there.
See, that's the part where Liverpool fans also needs to be asking the question. We got the cash. As a matter of fact, we don't even need cash. He can come for free. The problem is Parrish gonna be ready by January 1 for them to be able to allow because Glasner wants to leave. Man United job is wide open for him. As a matter of fact, don't sleep. Chelsea be looking at Glasner. Right now, there's 2 coaches who are like, I think they're better than Arteta for me, and that is Glasner and Raiola. Them 2 managers are gonna get big clubs, and Mr. What's the name? Aston Villa is also not doing too well. You know what I mean?
That's another one.
Yeah. You see what I mean? West Ham also, Mr. Porter. That's why I said that December 1, because November 29, we play West Ham, and they could have a new manager by then. So they could possibly get that manager bounce. You see what I mean? So I'm just saying, but you reckon close the gym.
Imagine we got Gay in the summer, and Palace are now bottom of the table, not won a game, not scored a goal, and Glasner's thinking, oh, that Man United job's gone out the window now.
He's out.
So he's saving his own ass there by keeping Gay. Yeah, he's doing it like, I don't want my reputation to go downhill because I've got Eze's gone, and if this guy goes, we're going to be relegation fodder, you know. So I just feel that he just thought, you know what, we can't let this guy go because it's going to cost me my next big job.
Yeah.
I think that will be Man United. I think that guy from Bournemouth will be
Very
Chelsea's
cynical.
choice.
Very cynical, JK.
Yeah. I think by January, Glasner will know where he's at.
But is that not how everyone thinks? I mean, he basically said, okay, you can say, right, oh, if we do badly, I won't get another big job. But it's also like to do with the team and, you know, spoiling all the work that they've been doing. It's like, look, I can do work, but if you're going to sell my captain and best centre half out from under me with 6 hours to go and not replace him, then I'm out because I don't trust you. I don't want to work for you, kind of thing. Yeah, it'll be about it's always about your nexus, looking after his family, all that stuff. Everyone wants to get on and do well and do better. But I mean, I sided with Glasner in that this guy's out there going, okay, look, you're telling me you want to sign Mark Gahey? Okay, then who are we replacing him with? You know, what's the plan here? We've lost Eze, you know, so okay, if you're going to undermine me, if you're going to undermine me as a manager, I'm going to walk. I'm fair play to him.
And check this out, Irishman and Kismet. His contract ends in June.
Yeah,
as great as this manager has been for the club, you would think they will be trying to sign him up. There's a reason why he's not signed. He came in, they gave him 2 years. He did his 2 years, and I'm not signing anything anymore. By now, you would have think he won them 2 trophies. Sign him up. He's not signed up. He's not for full. Man United job is probably going to be ready by January, right? I think Chelsea coach is not safe.
I thought Chelsea were going the right way with this new manager, but I'm not a big believer of Chelsea's.
That manager is not as brother. Look at what Raiola did with the Bournemouth last year. His number 1 squad, all of them were injured. The team that he finished with is not his number 1 squad. That was the bench. And this year, everybody thought it was a fluke. This year, look what he's doing now, right? So, yeah, there's 2 managers that are right now favorable, and they are not just favorable for the EPL; they're favorable for Europe. So, I think that is something that needs to be looked at very careful. But the thing with everybody, get him in January. The reason why we couldn't get him because Parrish did not do his job. And people are gonna tell me they trust him to be ready by January 1, where Crystal Palace will have 2 center backs ready to go. Nah, that's the only way Liverpool get him. Otherwise, he's leaving for free. Now, one thing that I don't want to hear that I've seen people started doing on social media: do not associate Dalot Upamecano to Liverpool ever in your life.
Yeah, man.
Can I just go back to this guy? Because
which one? My boy, Martin.
What is the previous?
Are you changing your mind?
No, the previous one. Hang on.
Oh, here comes the guy who's on witness protection again.
Red Rebellion. Okay. Red Rebellion is saying clubs outside of the Premier League can sign Gahey on a free in January. No, English clubs only at the end of the season. No, they can't sign him on a free in January.
He can talk.
They can sign him on he can sign a pre-contract agreement with clubs outside. English clubs can't sign pre-contract agreements, but they can't sign him on a free in January. What you're suggesting is they can get him for free in January. No, they can't. They still have to buy him in January. But he can sign a pre-contract. He just misspoke. They can't sign him for free in January. They'd have to buy him in January. He can sign a pre-contract. That's not what you said in your first comment, which is what I said was incorrect. You're the one that's always in people's chats telling people what the rules are and telling people to go look up the rules and tell people how shit works. So if you're going to, make statements, you should probably get them factually correct.
Yeah, Kyle is out here acting brave by showing his face a little bit.
Dude, I'm always brave, man. I have nothing to hide.
Hey, his mic is working, people.
Oh, man. I was on the road, man. I was on the
that's
road,
what we
man.
said.
And then I
That's
had time.
exactly what we said, Red. That's exactly what we said. English clubs cannot sign pre-contract agreements with English players based in England.
Yeah.
Mate, you're saying I need to go look at the rules. I'm telling you what they are. I'm agreeing with you, but what you said in your first comments is that foreign clubs can sign him on a
pre-contract. He could talk to anybody in January.
Not in your first one.
Yeah, he can talk to anybody. He doesn't have to ask permission.
There's a reason this guy is banned from my channel. I'm telling you, there's a reason he's been banned from my channel for months.
It does contractually, my guy. It doesn't make sense. How can you sign a contract when you're already under contract?
On another contract,
it doesn't make sense, my guy.
You can sign pre-contract agreements with clubs outside the UK, so you can sign it in January. You can sign an agreement.
Yeah, so right now, Gehi can sign
it. You can't do it with an English club.
Yeah, Gehi can tell Real Madrid, "I am coming," and sign a pre-agreement with them.
Yeah.
That's all he can do, and he will be in Crystal Palace till June. July 1, he's a Madrid player.
And even that contract is not even an actual contract; it's a tender offer. So
he can still change his mind.
You could we could call it a pre-contract, but it's not really a contract. It's not binding yet.
No,
it's
a pre-contract agreement. It's a so that means before.
I agree with you. I'm just saying to not keep saying pre-contract and contract and make it you could say you sign a tender, and a tender is just an offer. It's not really binding until you make it binding the day that you become available to sign a contract.
The phrase or the term that people use, pre-contract agreement, everyone seems to understand it. They know what it is. It's a not new thing. Well, it doesn't need to be
not red. Not him though.
This guy.
Prove him wrong.
You're not understand, but not him.
Yeah, okay. Red Rebellion, you said clubs outside of the PL can sign Gehi on a free in January. That's what you said. They can't sign him on a free in January. He can sign a pre-contract agreement. So you got your words mixed up because you're too busy typing all the time. You got your words mixed up. Just admit it. You meant to say something else, but you said the wrong thing. And I called you out. And now you can't handle it.
Now let's talk about Crystal Palace tomorrow, man. I was listening to the manager, and he said Isak is available at least for 60 minutes. So that we know that it's going to be shared between him and Chiesa. Do you start Chiesa or you start Isak?
Obviously, we start Isak. You start the man. You said 60 minutes.
Can't hear Carl.
Yeah, not this brother.
What do you mean?
Now we can hear you.
Oh, okay, my bad. You start Isak, and then you play Chiesa for 30 minutes or 25 minutes, whatever that is. Right? I mean, he's the actual striker. He's the actual striker in the team.
Getting fitter. So for me, I'm playing him, and then I'm bringing Chiesa on. Perfect scenario there to sort that situation up top. Perfect.
Yeah. And then on let me bring up the thing. We could do the lineup. 11. Yeah, quick 11 real quick so that the people can see what we're talking about. So Ekitike, we will talk about Ekitike a little bit with this bad uncle we have here talking about let him do whatever he wants. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Not me.
What do you mean, not you? I think Gakpo stays there because this game is going to get very physical. You need Gakpo to be physical with them, the defensive side, because they're gonna sit back and hit us with counter attack, and they are very, very quick in the midfield. Because of that, do you go back to the Everton midfield or you put Wirtz in there?
I'm fine with this one right now.
This one?
I'm fine with this one. Yeah.
Irishman, what do you think?
No McAllister, no?
You
on the bench, McAllister, I would, because I'd rather give McAllister a bit more time because he ain't 100%. So I'll bring him off the bench when need be. I would love to put Chiesa in for Gakpo there on the left. That'd be, whoa. Chiesa, Isaac, Salah up top, Wirtz behind. Beautiful. And then if we need McAllister and Gapco, they can come off the bench. That's how I do it.
My reason for not for this one is that I'll give a McAllister that 30 to 40 minutes, 30 minutes on Saturday, and then on Tuesday or Wednesday we playing on Tuesday for and then I'll start Maka then. I'll start Maka then.
Yeah, in a away game where it's gonna be feisty. Yeah, I'll play him there.
Yeah, and then I'll do it that way. Even then, against Galatasaray, I might even a rotate and do a Jones, Maka, and Verts midfield, and give Gravenberch a 30 minutes then. Yeah, not the whole day off, but a 30 minutes cameo.
Yeah.
So, do you start Frimpong or you start Bradley?
I think he might start Bradley. He might start Bradley.
Yeah. I like Bradley. I think he's a top player. He does the basics real good.
Now he needs to play, but he needs to mature because he makes too many mistakes, and it's very, very frustrating. He's been playing with the first team squad way too long to be making immature mistakes. He's not. His age might be young, but football-wise, he's not young anymore. Do you keep Kekkers?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So no Maka, you bring Maka off the bench with Jones. Man, I mean that's a very good squad there. If you bring in Jones and Maka off the bench, that's a pretty sound midfield. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, the way Crystal Palace is going to play, we need players that are press resistant. We know that last time Endo went over there, they pressured that poor guy. So I mean, they knew his touches was not proper, so they were on him. So I think this midfield I like it, and this gentleman here, Mr. Vert, needs to start getting playing time to get out of this rut. He has to learn how to go with the pace of this game, and I think this game is not going to be pace. It's going to be moment, right? It's not going to be pacey.
It's going to be very pasty. I think it's going to be very pasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. Yeah, I think it'll be. I don't know if it will be as physical as all the games because because I think it's more of a fast-paced kind of game, not a physical game. I think that they have guys who are pretty fast that are right. That can move around in the midfield. So that suits him. I think that's why he had some success when we played them in the Community Shield. So
you guys say it's going to be pacey or it's not?
It's going to be pacey. I don't think it will be physical. I don't think it will be. I think it's going to be pacey and aggressive, but not physical. I don't think. I don't see anybody who's going to go and leave a last second tackle, a last second push. I don't think they are that kind of team.
So then, don't you think we would need McAllister then?
To me, it's because McAllister is just not up to the not up to the level, but he's not up to because of his fitness. He's not up to the fitness yet. I don't know. Maybe that might take some time. And then also McAllister is a slow burner. He fills his way into a season.
Right. Because personally, I think this game is like the manager said, that would depend on how much minutes Isak plays. If it's slow, he's getting him 60. If it's fast, 45, 55.
Yeah.
I think Chiesa burned himself out on Tuesday. We cannot
he gave 100%
act like he could just come back in and play another. No. He burned himself, and he hasn't played 90-minute game in a long time.
Yeah.
So definitely Isak starting, and then Chiesa will probably get 30, 35 minutes. I think Liverpool will try to control the match because they got Sarr is back. That guy counter-attack. Mateta is also counter-attack. He always give Ibu a bit of a challenge, his French compatriot.
Sarri's back, is he? Yeah.
Yeah, Sarr, I think they say he's back. The manager will say.
Oh, okay. Rebellion, just chill, bro. We all support Liverpool, man.
Yeah,
Good.
don't even continue to. People need to control their emotions. It's conversations. I did play Maka more tomorrow because we also need him against Chelsea next weekend. So Galatasaray will be a better game for Verts to play. That's interesting. That's a good point, though. You guys don't think?
Nah, man. Look, man. People, we pay $100 million for the player. Yeah, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear this idea of if there's no obvious reason to rotate, he's playing. He's playing. Now, if you tell me that if we are winning 2-0 and then it's a 65, 70 minutes, you know what? Let's put Maka in. Let's take him down and put Maka in. I understand that. But we pay $100 million for the £100 million for him. He needs to be playing. Right. He needs to get up to the standard. He needs to start producing and hiding him and trying to curate where he plays doesn't help him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and then the thing is, I've said it. I don't know if you remember. I said he would not kick in the first half of the season, but it's the second half of the
second
season.
Half where
that's when we really need him.
Yeah,
I don't really need him now. I don't really need Verts now personally. I know for other Mendhams, they think we need to show how great he is now. To me, I've known football for a while, and I know what kind of player he is. Yeah. I've watched him play. I know these type of players. If he's going to be great, it's going to be in December, in January, in March, when he understands what he's doing and how to get there.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think Maka right now, that injury towards the end of the season was more serious than we thought. And then he went to Argentina, they played him. So that's why it made his season a little bit long. But by the way, congratulations to Maka. He has a new baby. Did Szoboszlai also have a new baby? Or
midfield, dude.
Yes. All the midfield, they are here popping babies. Okay, I see them.
Gravenberch had a new baby. Szoboszlai and Maka had a new baby.
They were in each other's chat. They were in each other's chat. It's like who's gonna pop first?
You see what? You know why? Now, when I do the math, that means it all started in January. That's why they were not playing well in January.
Well, you got to do that. You only got to do it 9 months. Is 9 months, man. It doesn't take long to work it out, you know.
Yeah, 9 months. Remember, since January, Liverpool hasn't played well in January. That's why they were not playing well. Instead of focusing on football, they were playing a different football. You know, at least their wives can play. Their wives can catch, are good goalies. So big up to all of them. But
that's the next midfield sorted in 20 years. That's the new midfield in 20 years.
For sure.
They're all Scousers. All born on Liverpool. They're all Scousers.
Sheesh. Midfield 3. That's crazy. That's the championship team right there. That's literally the championship team right there. They should call their babies 2020. 2020 what? 2025? 2024, 2025? Yeah. Liverpool, Anfield. No, that's amazing. And big up to all of them, man. And that's why you see even Gravenberch, look how mature he looks now. The same thing with Jones. Jones had a baby last season, and you saw the maturity come out. When he's, you're like, wow, I need to act like a man now. So it helps the squad because, look at Gravenberch. He's smiling year to year. So it's a good thing. But before we move on from this, Ekitike, I don't like the narrative that is in social media right now. Whoever who's that guy, King? And everybody he probably made a comment and everybody jumped on it like it's gospel.
Oh, Dom King.
What kind of foolishness? I don't even know whether I haven't listened to his whole context. I'm thinking he said it's possible that Liverpool could to fine Ekitike for 2 weeks' wages. But everybody make it seem like Liverpool is going to fine him for 2 weeks. I'm like, so on my Twitter, I posted, I was like, he's losing nothing. Stop this gender. They're trying to make him the bad guy of the club and this guy. That's why we were trying to tell you, Carl, you cannot let somebody be bigger than the program. Because this is what you attract. Not that he should care.
What do you mean?
No,
to me, it feels like it's my point being made.
No, it's your point is the reason.
Don't make this a big deal. Don't make this a big deal.
No. Like, first question: did it happen? Did it happen? Yes, it happened. So you talk about it. It happened. No, he took the jersey off. Even before the jersey, he showed dissent against the referee. Right?
Yeah,
that was stupid. For me, it's not the taking off the jersey. The jersey part was like, bro, why are you not thinking? For me,
yeah,
the first yellow card, that was stupid.
Yes,
it makes no sense you doing that.
To me, I have more issue with a foul, whatever. That's not a foul.
Yeah, that's my frustration with him.
That one is.
It's like, why are you getting that? And then he went in and the thing is, I think somebody needs to sit him down and say, listen, bro, you are Liverpool. You don't need to prove anything. I think he thought he was going to start the game. That's the narrative I'm painting. That he thought he was going to start the game. Actually, let me backtrack. Do you remember when KD came to Golden State?
Yeah.
You know the narrative that they said? Yeah, they said, as good as KD is, probably the best player on the squad, it's still Steph Curry's team.
Yeah.
And then he got yes. And then it went.
I don't even know what he looks like. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup. But KD to Golden State, I don't get the context here. I don't see. I don't.
Okay, KD when he went to Golden State was probably the best or the second best player in the world. Right.
Right.
He goes to another superstar team. They gel. They're playing well. But the narrative that they painted was, it doesn't matter how much you play well or how much you win with this team. It's still not your team. It's Steph Curry's team.
Who's he?
Steph Curry is also the other superstar, the best shooter in the world. Was he
playing on that team at the time?
What's that?
Was he on that same? Was he on the same? Was he playing on the time, or had he left?
Yes, he was on the team. So Steph Curry is like, it's like, you get the picture when I'm done, right? So people started painting this picture of, oh, it's not your team, KD. You go have your own team, blah, blah, blah. And it got into his mind. He literally got his mind. So he moved to go to Brooklyn to build his own team. And he failed miserably. The analogy that I'm trying to make is, Ekitike needs to understand that, bro, this team is going to be yours when Isak is gone. You don't need to fight him. You just need to ball out. Why are you taking your jersey to tell us who you are? We know who you are. This was not in St. Mary's Park. This was at Anfield. The whole stadium know who you are. We know you're a bad boy. You don't need to show us your jersey. Right? I think it got in his head that we loving Isak more than we love him. Yeah. And I think that's what he's battling. It's not the skill. We Liverpool fans know who he is. We know you are a bad boy. But at the end of the day, Isak is Isak. And I think that's why he needs to come to terms to understand. Because if KD has stayed in Golden State, they would have kept winning. Like every year would have probably be guaranteed that they're going to win another championship. But the media got in his head that, well, KD, guess what? Steph Curry was, you know how they do the trade. He was drafted by Golden State, so he's a homegrown player. So no matter what you do, you could win all the MVPs you want. It's still not your team. It's Steph Curry's team. And it got in his head, and he decided, okay, fine, I'm going to go have my own team somewhere else. And he hasn't won anything since. And that's what the parallel that I'm trying to drive is, Ekitike needs to calm down. You just do your job. If you do your job, it doesn't matter what Isak does. Because the manager already said eventually them two have to be on the same team at the same time. That's what I'm trying to, and I understand he's young, but the part that I don't like is the media trying to portray him as a bad guy, and that's what I'm trying to tell Carl. If you let somebody act like he could do whatever he wants, that the British media are not friendly, man.
Okay.
Oh, hell
Quasi,
no. Oh, hell no.
Quasi,
they will tear you down as quick as anything.
Yeah,
they love
Quasi,
tearing down Liverpool players. Love it.
Quasi.
Yes, sir.
My point is that the manager made this a big deal when they didn't need to, where he could have just internally handled this. As a matter of fact, I believe that it could have been handled by the squad, because it's one of those errors. It is so innocuous that it's not even worth time for the manager.
Stop using big words. Stop using big words.
It's not innocuous. He got himself sent off for that's not innocuous. Innocuous is something that you barely even notice. He got himself sent off for 2 yellow cards.
To me, the mistake.
If you don't like the way the manager handled it, man, then that's on you.
Yes. Okay. Let me finish, Brian. All I'm saying is that the manager should have let the squad handle it. He doesn't need to put out every single fire. He doesn't need to be the fireman of the squad. That's what he got, Virgil. That's not his job. That's not his job to do all the time.
What do you mean that's not his job?
That's not his job. It's not
whose job is it?
Carl, he didn't ring up a journalist. He didn't ring up a journalist. He was answering a question in a post-match. And he was honest about it. I want the manager. If you have one of these managers that comes out there and makes little jokes, it insults the fans' intelligence. He didn't ring up a journalist and say, I want to talk about Ekitike. He answered the questions and he did them in a way. All managers are different. You will get some managers that would blah, 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 pass it off and handle it behind the scenes. And you'll get other managers come out and go, yeah, it's stupid, but this is what we're talking about with the fine thing. If he'd come out and said nothing, then you would have had a shitload of journalists.
Oh, my God.
He's saying this behind the scenes.
Exactly.
What happened with the fine thing? Because nobody knew whether he'd been fined or not. So you got a journalist that came out and said he had been fined. So everybody jumped on that. So then the manager, not realizing he had to clear that up, came out and publicly said, no, he hasn't been fined. So that's what, look, I like it. This is just apples and oranges. You think it should have been done behind closed doors. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. What I'm saying is I like the way that it was kind of handled out in public, and it was done that way. It's just a different way of doing things. Managers,
I guess what
Conte is different to Pep Guardiola.
Allow me to explain, because again, I feel like you guys are going way over with some what I'm saying. You guys are arguing about something I'm not arguing. My point is, obviously, handle it internally. But the second part of it is that when I mean by that, it was already being handled by the players, because again, you hear what Robertson said at the end of the game. I didn't say, that was a stupid mistake, but I don't think he'll ever do that again in public. To me,
but that's what the player is supposed to do. The manager is not a player.
Yes, I understand the manager is not a player, but the thing is, as a manager, you also here to protect your players, even when they do stupid things.
Yeah.
Even when they do stupid things. As long as they're not murdering people. Let me finish.
No, I get your point.
And
he's protecting his players. You see, this is the part where you not understanding, right? Let me make a point. I agree what you say. He has to protect him, but sometimes protecting a player is also you have to use iron fist sometimes, right? If he had tried to dump it down, the media would have kept bringing it up. They would have, because look at how he did it. He did it in such a way that even other media persons like, yeah, we like how he did it. Now let's move on. Because it became so a known issue, some idiot goes and report that, oh, actually, Liverpool did what? Fined him, which is BS. Now, the social media crowd also pick on that, and they keep running and running. And today, guess what happened? He was asked. He said, why are we fighting? He came in, he apologized. He knows he's not going to do it again. We move on. That's it.
And Quasi, is there not a world where things can be handled internally in terms of there'll have been a private conversation?
Yeah.
But this is a world we live in where nature abhors a vacuum. The media abhors a vacuum. If you don't give the media the straight up story straight away. They'll make up their own version of what's happening. So if it's a simple little thing like, yeah, he won't do that again, there are thousands and thousands of examples of managers coming out and saying, oh yeah, that was stupid what happened. Paraphrasing, that was stupid what happened tonight. I've spoken to him and it won't happen again. That's all Slot says. I've heard that a million times from managers.
Yeah.
Saying he shouldn't have done it. He knows he shouldn't have done it. Oh, and by the way, the lads have spoken to him. You know, he knows it was a mistake. We don't do that here. We move on. This is not the first time anyone's ever been castigated in public. And it wasn't a public execution or a public hanging. It was basically a mild rebuke in public. And if he's Mr. Big Time player and everyone, he can just get on with it. And everybody learn from it, move on, and we get to the next stage.
Yes, he is going to move on. He's going to move
everyone's
on
cool. We should move on too. Everyone is cool about it. We should move on too.
But the thing is that I felt that you guys are putting out your points. No, I know you guys are not, but I think that for the viewing people, they need to they need to understand and fully fledge out my point. My point is, we're past that.
Stop using big words.
My point is that we need to the managing when it came out, he should have just said, it looks like a stupid mistake. We'll talk about it, and then we'll talk about it. I'm sure he will do it again. That should have been the. That's not what he said. He said that was stupid. That he said
no. He didn't say that was stupid. He was asked. Was that stupid? You know why he was asked that way? Because Annie Slot got a record, and Annie Slot said that was stupid and that was needless. So the guy was quoting Annie Slot for something he said.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it wasn't that's what he said. He just said if I did it,
he said he agrees.
Yeah,
he agrees.
Same thing. But
if you agree with someone, that's what you're saying.
Okay. Let me try to bring this guy back home. Let me show you something. It's off topic a little bit, but listen to this. I've always had a debate about this gentleman here by the name of Paul Pogba, and people thought that I was too harsh. Listen to what he's talking about a Liverpool player, something that he has never seen before. He said, Takumi is always the first one to arrive training and the last one to leave. I have never seen a player so disciplined. Remember, he played with Ronaldo. I've never seen a player so disciplined, yet enjoying football so much at the same time. That is something I need to learn from him. You hear that, Carl? When you watch him play, you can clearly see he's always thinking on the pitch. He's incredibly smart, and his movement shows just how deeply understanding the game is. You could not always rely on your talent. If you keep doing around, I'm a talented player, let everybody cater according to my talent, and because I'm a little bit different from everybody should cater along me. This is what happened where you lose almost a career. Paul Pogba, I'm glad that he's back.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about catering to Ekitike. I'm not.
Last time you said we need some of these bad boys in the club. We can't keep having robots.
No. I said again. Maybe it was being cut off because I had a horrible mic. I said
whose fault is that?
No one's fault. No one's fault. It's the mic's fault. All I'm saying is that
who's Mike?
Mike the mic. All I'm saying is that we are definitely going to need some characters, some football characters, where they have a little bit of selfishness to them, especially when they succeed on the pitch. And what I mean by that, I don't mean that they are selfish with the team. I mean that they are selfish in the adulation or in the fact that they celebrate themselves in doing something good for the team. We need to accept that. And I took example as Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry was a great team player, but he took time to celebrate himself. He will tell you himself. He will tell you I was a confident player and I played with confidence. And I'm saying is that if we were gonna be a big team and if we're gonna accomplish big things, we're gonna have to bring some of those players in. Summerside was the first one. Summerside was the first one.
But guess what?
I don't know. He switched up.
But the part that you're forgetting that even though, yes, you need to celebrate your talent and some of so-called selfishness, without discipline, you end up being like Paul Pogba in Manchester United.
Yes. But the thing is, so far, I'm not even talking. I've never seen an issue or even an iota of issue with Ekitike in terms of effort, in terms of wanting to play for the team, in terms of
but that's because he's in a very controlled environment. Can you imagine if he was a leader?
And then I'm saying is that we need to allow them to express.
No, if you allow them, then you allow. You see, this is the thing that you don't understand. There's a perimeter you need to set. You allow them to go a little bit to let them do whatever they want based on what you have said. If you give them too much room, it's not good for them. Trust me, I know this. Okay, Ekitike is probably somebody they call opposition defiant. When you tell him to do something, he's going to do it anyway. And a lot of time they do it just so they could get attention.
I hate to play for your team, Kwasi.
You see how my team is winning. Now, Irishman, Kismet. Now you know why he supports Manchester United. He wants to be like Manchester United. That trash over there.
No. For me, it's like this, bro. He can I like players with personalities. That's who the greatest players have been.
Yes,
they've always had strong personalities. But what it is, as long as it don't jeopardize the team's points in that game and the next games.
You think Virgil is not a big time?
Wants, bro. He can dance like MC Hammer if he wants every game. You know what I mean? As long as it don't jeopardize the team's capabilities of winning that game. Simple.
That's what Carl you're not getting. Virgil is a big time player. You don't get to where he is without not having that mindset you talking about. Salah, same thing. Ronaldo, same thing.
Okay. I got it. Okay, people in the back, please. I understand the man understand that he fucked up. I know that. We all know that. There's no arguing with that point. My point is the reaction to that error. I'm saying we don't need to make a big deal out of it because he knows he fucked up. So that's why we know. We just saying he knows we fucked up. We need to be gracious enough.
If you get me demonetized, I swear to God, man.
My man. We know he messed up. So therefore, we don't need to be as hard as him. It's almost like you have a kid. I don't know if any of you have children. If your children knows they mess up, you as a parent cannot come in and be even more severe about it.
Okay.
Even more severe about it.
I'm gonna say this and we leave it alone. This man Carl is Haitian. And he's talking about his parents. He messed up a little bit, and his parents are gonna be like, "Oh, Carl, it's okay. You found out that you messed up.
You age parent, man. I was with you age.
That's why. Now we done it. You age parent. That belt. As soon as you messed up, you know that belt is swinging.
You know what I mean?
This guy is out here thinking that unbelievable. But let's move on to the next topic.
You're getting no pocket money this week. Discipline is the only way you survive in this world. It could be in football, it could be in life. In general, it's a protection. And when it comes to football, you need it more because it's so big.
Everybody's telling him Carl gets candies when he messes up.
But that's what you said.
I do. I got a use sweet tooth.
You said, JK, that's what I'm saying. You said earlier on about needing to protect players. And I just think it's not a thing about being right or being wrong. I think that there's just that Slot's way of protecting Ekitike.
Yeah.
Is by disciplining. It's okay. Some people don't, everybody is like, look, I like a manager that does it like this. I like a manager that does it like that. As long as both those managers win league titles, I don't give a shit. If you've got a guy out there.
I agree with that statement.
Carl, can you give it 5 minutes, man?
What do you mean? You interrupted me when I was making my point.
When?
Everyone, let her finish. Carl, let her finish.
I'm not letting you finish. Come on, man. Don't do that.
Okay.
Carl, you've been going for Carl. Yeah, but I'm saying we're trying to move. I'm just saying, like, it's basic. Look, everyone has their own way of doing things. Some people he's a bit strict, or some people, and they react differently to different. Like I said, there's all different types of managers. There's always going to be different ways of doing things, and as long as it gets the best out of players, he wins leagues. There's Mourinho's, there's people that do it, and then you got managers like Wenger. You've got all different types of different managers. As long as they're getting the results on the pitch, and Ekitike can turn around and go, "I totally respected the manager for blah blah blah." I don't mind it. There's different ways of doing it. I don't think it really matters. It's just a personal choice.
Yeah.
You know, if as long as Slot is out there, he's doing what's best for our club. He's getting the best out of our players, and he's winning matches and he's winning league titles. Cool. Do it your way. I'm never going to criticize him for doing it his way, because doing it his way is what got him to where he is. I don't expect him to change. Just back yourself. If that's your manner, Dutch people are straight. It's not just Dutch people. I've lived in Holland. It isn't just Dutch people cannot talk shit. They can't waffle. They just, if you ask them a question, they're going to give you a straight answer. It's just what they're like. Now they can tone that down or they can turn it up a bit, of course, but I don't mind that. I don't mind it at all. You might get a manager comes in 3 or 4 years, he's completely different. If he wins 2 leagues in the Champions League, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Do it your way. You know, it's fine. I like Arne Slot. I like the way that he speaks to people. I like the way he communicates. Right now, everything's going really well. So, you know, these are little drops in the ocean that are going to come along. You know, it's all about winning leagues and winning Champions Leagues. You know, whether you handle this this way or that, in the grander scheme of things, when he leaves and he looks back on the trophies, he's hopefully won multiple trophies. This will just be, hey, do you remember that thing 4 years ago when Ekitike? Oh, God, yeah, I remember that. You know, just a tiny little drop in the ocean back in the day. Bigger picture, league titles, championships, all of that.
I think, Carl, also the part where you also have to understand, I get your point. Don't overdo it. I agree. But the mistake that Ekitike did affects Liverpool in so many ways. Just like Mr. Bader already said, you have players who are not fit to play the minute that Ekitike can play. And we need him for Crystal Palace. He was going to start. Isak is coming off the bench, right? Chiesa should get minimum. Remember, Chiesa is not super fit. This guy almost a whole year haven't played football. So there is certain things of like, bro, think about your squad, your teammate. Don't think about yourself. That's the part where I disagree with you about that selfish part. Being selfish is good for your ego to play because you are that assassin. Cool. But then when it becomes too much, it affects the ecosystem around you. And then you start creating animosity amongst a band of brothers. You don't want that. It's cool to have that ego thing because that's what protects him. He's been like that all his life. But one thing that let me finish real quick. One thing that I love about Arsene Wenger, what he did for Henry. Henry first came to Arsenal. He sucked. People think that all of a sudden he was a superstar. No, he wasn't. Arsene Wenger had to break him and remold him again. What's that kid? Nasri. Nasri was just super player who used to dribble left and right. Like when he was at Marseille, Irishman, I don't know if you guys remember, Liverpool played Marseille at their camp, and when he came off the bench, the whole stadium erupted because he was such a super kid coming out. What did Arsene Wenger do? Toned that thing down, took all that thing away from him, and made him a better player. If you are that kind of player, whatever you are, that Carl you like about Ekitike, it better help the squad.
Okay, look again. In theory, I have no objection to what you guys are saying. To me, is that in practice, what's happening in practice is that we have not heard anything or any inkling or any story that Ekitike is a selfish guy around the group. He's not gelling well he's not meshing well with the group. All we were saying is that everybody is like, oh, he's a cool dude. He's a good dude. He's learning. He's integrating himself into the squad. And then when we see those inside a training video, it looks like he's integrating himself well with the group. So I'm saying is that we have not heard any issue with him. From the moment everything happened, you could see in his faces, oh, I mess up. So to me is that, I think he learns.
But still, just because you admit guilt doesn't mean we can't tell you were messed up. We still have to let
I'm not saying you're not telling him. I'm saying is that in front of the media, you could have downplayed it. But that's the worst thing as a manager you can do, because if he does it again, how many times you're gonna downplay it? I'm not saying you do it. I'm not saying in front of the media.
I get what you're saying.
inside you could be you could tell him, yo, this is the consequence.
The manager, you see, if you listen to what the manager said, what he says outside is what he tells them inside. That's one thing you want the manager to do. You don't want the manager that gives you two different things, right? I get what you point. You want the player to be protected.
This is not two different things. Saying that it was stupid and needless, and me saying, for example, if I what I was expecting for him to say, I think you could have been saying, oh, it was unnecessary. I'm sure he learned from his mistake. You could see how he was dejected. And then you ended there.
Yeah, by putting water on the flames straight away.
You ended there.
I agree with you, Carl.
Yeah, yeah.
Just put flames.
But this is the power. This is the power where you guys came in real quick. The power, Carl, you don't understand. You are with players who are assassins. It's either you're gonna sink or swim, regardless of what the thing is. The manager and the club are doing their best to protect the players from the outside noise. I'm pretty sure the video we watch, that's just the nice side of what Liverpool are doing behind the scenes. There are disagreements and fights or whatever that they are doing.
Yes, for sure.
Now,
yeah, but Quasi, can you just clear up something as well? You made the point earlier on.
Yeah.
I mean, and Carl's kind of repeated it there, and I think in slightly bad faith. You said it. The reporter said to Jurgen Arne Slot, you said you were sent off before, and you said at the time that your red card was stupid and needless.
Yes.
Would you say that what Ekitike getting sent off was? And he went, would you say? He said, yeah, needless. And he got, and I suppose I'd agree with you in the first. Yeah, you said stupid and you said needless, I suppose. Yeah, that's all that. I mean, we really.
That's it. I don't know what. Yeah,
we really need to need to move on from this. I think.
Yeah, we need to, because the thing is, this is what Carl I'm trying to say is you have to understand. If he doesn't, the media hasn't had any noise from Liverpool in a long time. The only person who used to give them anything was Jurgen Klopp. Now they don't have that anymore.
Last thing I'm saying in this, to me, this is we are trying to make an example out of a player that has never given us a reason to be an example of.
Carl, this is the power when you say that. I get your point. Why? I get your point. Has Kirkers given us a reason for us to criticize him?
Yeah, multiple reasons.
Criticize his football.
Yeah,
but his attitude. What have people talked about him? Punishment. No, but what has people talked about? He dove. The first game he played against Bournemouth, people say, brother, you are not at Bournemouth anymore. Act like you are here now. The situation where he dove and the manager hooked him in the first half. What did the manager say? Basically saying that I don't even trust this guy because you never, which eventually he explained saying that he doesn't trust the referees with him being on a yellow card. So we can, if you are not strong enough mentally, you shouldn't be at Liverpool playing professional football. And we've seen players who let me finish. Let me finish. We've seen players that everybody wants. Oh, let them do whatever they want because that's what makes him great. And all of them cheated the game. That's why I give respect to Dembele. He was one of those players where everybody was making excuses for. He turned it around in January. This guy became Ballon d'Or winner of what Enrique did in January. Benched him, kicked him, basically almost kicking him out of the team. Now he's a Ballon d'Or. Who's the first person he thanked? The manager. So let's move on. I don't want my team. My team is made of discipline. If you can handle discipline, maybe he should call his agent. But I do understand you, Carl. We need to protect the player. But protecting a player is not one way you protect a player. That's the part where you are not understanding. You could protect a player so many ways. Sometimes being disciplined is protecting the player. Now, talking about title, Arsenal plays Newcastle. If Liverpool beat, which I think we will, excuse me, I apologize, brethren. When Liverpool beat Crystal Palace, we are 8 points ahead of Arsenal. Remember, I want people, this is the part where a lot of times rival fans forget. When Liverpool was going to play Newcastle, what was the reason why everybody was telling us that Newcastle was going to beat us? What was the analysis that all the rival fans said this is the reason why Newcastle is going to beat Liverpool at St. James Park. I want to hear the same thing, that this is the reason why Arsenal is going there to lose. Because if it's not, there is an agenda. Do I make sense, or I'm still waffling? Because it seems to me that when it comes to Liverpool, this is why Liverpool is going to lose. But then when City or Arsenal or say Chelsea is playing the same team that we're supposed to lose to, the analysis changes all of a sudden.
It's tough at the top, Quasi. It's tough at the top, baby. You're gonna take the slings and the arrows when you're at the top, man. That's where the pressure comes with. That's it. You know, I don't mind it. I never listen to it because I would much rather be in that scenario where people are like, oh, Liverpool, sure, look, they're 4th or 5th, they might catch. I don't care. I much rather people, Liverpool have to win that game. Why? Because they're worried. Why? Because they care. Why? Because we're the best. Why? Because we're top of the league. That's why that comes with the territory, man. You know, I think JK, like, there's an analogy that I always use for like where you need to be, and it's British television and it's British cultural reference points. And in the 1980s, when I was first growing up as a kid, growing up as a really, really young kid, you know, I was only just in 1980, I was just born, right? So, but late 80s, if ever on TV in England, there was a sketch show or there was a drama show or there was a whatever, and they wanted to make a reference to football or a football fan, it would be Liverpool. It would always be about a Liverpool fan. The joke would be about a Liverpool fan, or it would be about a Liverpool fan. That was the reference point, literally the reference point for England in the 80s for football. Is you want to make a joke about football, you make a Liverpool joke because everyone's heard of Liverpool. They're the biggest team. In the 90s, then it started becoming Manchester United. Manchester United was always like everybody in a TV show, you want to make something about, it's a Manchester United reference. That's changed now. You can see in adverts, just in TV adverts, it used to be always the Manchester United guys. Now it's Liverpool players. Now it's Liverpool this, Liverpool that. It's always coming back. And that's what they've always known, is that when Liverpool is good, it's the biggest team in England. And that's what they've always been afraid of. All those Manchester United fans, those Arsenal fans, they used to pretend that we were shit because they were terrified that when we ever got our shit together again, we're bigger than Chelsea, we're bigger than City, we're bigger than Arsenal. Yeah. And that's why they want to bring us down, man, because they know we're the biggest team in England. Only Manchester United compete with us for genuine size. So they can say all they want. So I want these people to be out there taking shots at Liverpool, because that means they're talking about us, because they're worried about us. And that's where we need to be, man. That's where we need to be, putting fear in everybody else.
Thank you. Jay Kisman, what do you say about that?
Bang on. Because I've realised since I was a kid, it's always been anti-Liverpool politically and on the football pitch, you know. It was one of the main reasons why I supported Liverpool. I was thinking something's not right there. Then I realised when you're the greatest, everyone hates you. If you're a good-looking guy, other guys look at you like you're the bloody devil's son or something, you know. Women are even worse. Have you seen women when they go out partying and stuff? They're looking at other women like, wow, what the fuck? Chill out. And that's the world we live in. Jealousy is rife in the world. And when it comes to football, jealousy is like number one right now with social media, because there's always an opportunity to write something. Yeah. So I'm just happy that we stick together. That's why I don't like Liverpool fans arguing within ourselves. There's so many people against us. Why are we arguing between ourselves? You can have an opinion on a player, and I can. But keep it respectful, you know. And that was another reason why I came on online to do shows, because I was looking at the Arsenal and Man United fan bases, how they were just going at each other 24/7, all for entertainment purposes. And I'm thinking, what we've been through as a club in our history, the disasters and everything, I'm not letting that go like crumble in the world we live in now. And that, so I agree with Brian what he said there. It's just the way the world is designed in England, for example, always anti-Liverpool and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Carl, man. Well, yeah, man. Looking at all the analysis, you were here when we were going to play Newcastle, and how Joe Linton and this boy is going to break us apart. I mean, people had ambulances on the sideline ready for our players to be picked up.
We sent them to the ambulance.
Thank you so well.
I never big up I never big up opposition teams. Like I'll say, yeah, he's a good player, and that's about it. But I'm not going to go into a game fearing an opposition team. Never have, never will do. I just feel Newcastle, they're good, but we're better. So let's leave it as that.
That's right. Go ahead, Carl.
I mean, I love competition, and I think in all competition you need to recognize who's doing a good job and who's doing some of the same things that you're doing. And I think that at that time Newcastle, we're like, yo, that's a tough team. That's a tough team to beat, especially at their house. And I think that they deserve that and over the years, right? And they have had big games and especially against Arsenal, they have had huge amount of success. Not against us. We've been a bogey team to them, so to speak. But against Arsenal, they have had Arsenal numbers. They beat them. The physicality that they bring to the game, and Arsenal wants to play physical also, and I think that they're just not as dedicated as a Newcastle to play that kind of game, and I think that's why they keep losing. And I don't think they're going to lose, but I expect that it might be a 0-0 or 1-1 situation.
Do you think that Arsenal midfield is gonna hold against these ragtags? Big up to Frank.
No, I don't. If Arsenal is trying to make it a midfield game, then they will lose. Then they will lose. I think Arsenal has to find a way to bypass that and give it to the wingers. I think that even us when we're playing them, whether that was Trippier or Livramento, I think you can go at them because they're not always in the right position at times. They're not always in the right position. I don't know why, but they're not always in the right position. So I think that they might be gettable there. But I think if you try to play inside the midfield, they're just gonna clobber you. Whether that's Joe Linton, whether that's Guimaraes, whether that's Tonali, you're just gonna get clobbered. And I don't think that Arsenal has that kind of midfield. I think what's his name? Zubimendi is too slow. I think Rice can't do it alone. Whether it's Marino, whether it's Odegaard, Eze could probably do something, but I don't think the manager is not savvy, but more like he's not risky. He doesn't take that kind of risk. He's not gonna take that kind of risk and put in Eze in the midfield. And I think he might put them in the out wide this game, and keep a Martinelli in on the bench and do the Marino and the
three midfield again.
The three midfield that they did. So the manager, so Arteta is just very he's just very safe type of manager, and that's what he's becoming.
That's what he's becoming. That's the key word. Now you mentioned a name there, Eze.
Yeah.
The difference between Eze and Vert is the price tag. Personally, I think Vert is much better player than him, but Eze hasn't been pulling any trees. Arsenal fans are talking about him like he is the second coming, and he's even better than Odegaard. The game against City, he was in the game for a very long time. The only good thing he did was the pass to Martinelli. People are acting like, oh, when he came off the bench and then he gave that pass to Martinelli. He was in the game at the beginning of the second half, right?
Yeah, you're right. But the thing is that he has not. I know I'm being harsh because he has not been given the opportunity, man.
I agree. He hasn't given it, but I'm going off the comments that Arsenal fans are making. I'm not talking about his skill. He hasn't been pulling trees. Remember when he was at the Champions League with Athletic Balboa? When he came off, they scored 2 goals. I'm just saying. I'm just reporting what is being shown to us. He is a good player. What's up?
Top player,
he's a top player. But
Takes time
you see,
to
this is the thing where a lot of times people don't pay attention. Arsenal has a lot of good players, but let's be honest. There's no difference between Arsenal and Chelsea. Chelsea have a lot of good young players, but they are not the right kind of players to be in the squad. That's why people are saying they spend $2 billion and throw it under the drain. Yes,
Yeah.
Frank Famous.
Chelsea are men.
Arsenal team is a little bit better in terms of the quality of the players they have, and possibly, but the manager is also a problem. I admit it. But I'm sorry. Those players that he has, all of them are almost identical. Eze is identical to at least 2 or 3 already he already has. So what is he bringing different from the other ones?
True.
Well, I would just say, like Carl was saying, if he makes it a midfield battle, I mean, that's the only thing he knows how to, or makes it a midfield game. That's exactly what he's going to do, because that's the only thing he knows how to do, is make it a midfield game.
Yeah.
He will back his midfield 3, and it will be Rice, Marino, Zubimendi to handle that. That's that guy. I mean, it'll be typical Arteta, 4 centre halves at the back. Again, a couple of them they do attack. I'm not saying they don't.
Yeah.
And his 3-man midfield. Yeah, there's an awful lot of Arsenal fans that are out there just going, what the hell is this guy up to? Because we all know, like someone put it there, like he wants to. Every Arsenal fan is out there. Look, you can put Eze in midfield at the tip of that midfield. If you're just brave enough and whatever, you know, you can have Marino or you can have Zubimendi and Rice behind Eze. That should be more than enough. But he doesn't have the ball, so that he's the most paranoid, fearful, afraid to lose type manager you can have out there. So he's ended up going to throw him out on the left wing. You know, I thought he was, again, when I didn't think we were getting Verts, I said we need creativity in midfield. I would have taken Eze all day long to play as a number 8 or as a number 10 for us. But I don't think Arteta does not have the bravery to take one of his DMs out, his 3 defensive midfielders out, and put in someone like Eze. So that's what a lot of Arsenal fans want to see.
Can I ask you guys a question? Is Eze a traditional number 10? Or is he a free flow number 10?
It's hard to know at Palace because everything went through him at Palace. Everything was going through him at Palace.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Irishman. Because now at Arsenal, he has to be part of a team. He has to be part of a team.
Defensive.
You see what I mean? He has to be part of the team. And
I'm saying Arsenal are more defensive than Palace are.
True. You sure? Because Palace last year, they were very solid defensive, man. Munoz and those guys were no joke.
But I still think Arsenal are more defensive than Palace are. Even though Palace are a defensive team, I actually think Arsenal are more defensive than Palace are.
That's what I'm thinking. Because
why do you buy Gyökeres? Why'd you do that? Why? Literally, why'd you do that? You're not using him. You don't.
Good question. Good
question.
question.
He doesn't. He doesn't
know how to use him.
But he doesn't fit. It's not like, you know, it's
Irishman. The same thing. The same thing can be said with Isak. I say Isak. Sorry, with Eze. He doesn't know how to use a player like Eze. Eze is a great player by himself, right? But he's not playing the game through Eze, even if Eze starts as a number 10. That is the problem they have. You see what I mean?
Sure. Odegaard has gone from being one of the most creative players in the league to basically just being another number 8 for them. I know he's been injured a lot, but his creativity has just completely disappeared.
Right.
They're bringing back Quasi. I'm not sure, like, there's some stuff that's been coming back into football, and football is cyclical, and a lot of people have noticed
that's true.
The long throw is coming back. The long throw is coming back.
We need to hire Mr. Police because we can use him for some of his skill, man. I'm just saying.
Defensive football is becoming more prevalent now.
Yep.
Strong. It's always been strong and physical. It's getting even stronger and more physical. So, and Eze at Arsenal, you know, that's the thing. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd say, yeah, we should buy this guy, but that manager won't use him properly. That manager won't put him straight in that team from minute 1 and go, right, you're in my midfield, because he has Odegaard, and Odegaard isn't playing.
But that's the thing. He has
the left.
Yeah,
At
Irishman.
least stick him out on the left and play.
Irishman, I heard that you are a very good chef.
Well, I'm professionally trained. Well, I have a degree in culinary arts. Yes, I'm a professionally fully trained chef.
Okay.
Yes.
So have you been in a kitchen with somebody who has all the ingredients, but they can't make the soup correctly?
Of course, yeah, they're everywhere.
That's Arteta. That's Arteta. I personally believe some of the players they have needs to leave because they do not fit what he is trying to do. He just have a whole bunch of good players and he has no clue what to do with them. That's what was going on with Arsenal.
To be honest, Quasi, what I would say to you is it's more like someone who's in a kitchen and there's a lot of very nice ingredients there, but they don't really know, like what they are and how to use them. So what they do,
and I think you and Carl just switched microphones.
Oh, hey, do I sound bad?
Yeah, it sounded like you.
Is it any better now?
Yeah, not much better.
Oh yeah, it's basically more like someone's like you offer them, like you walk into the kitchen and they've got like a load of ingredients and some of them are really nice and fancy and they don't know what they are, so they
just throw them into the pot.
Basic leaking potato soup. It'll be really nice and it'll be well made, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you use this and why? Because they don't know how to use them. They don't know what they are. Too exotic, too weird. So they just stuck and made something really basic and simple. It was nice and well made. But why didn't you use that? Because they don't know what they are and they don't know what to do with it. So they made something simple and basic, and everybody will like it. He's making leaking potato soup there with ours.
Thank you. And that's why I am not worried about Arsenal. The only team I'm worried about is Liverpool and when we're gonna jail. You see what I mean? Because everybody has told us how bad we play, how bad we are, and blah 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 blah. But the two teams that everybody told us are great, we saw how they played. The haram football they played last Sunday. That's not what the Premier League was trying to sell to the rest of the world. And now the Premier League is at the corner. If you mess with Liverpool, because right now the only people who can stop Liverpool is Liverpool and the refs. If the Premier League try and do not take care of the refs and you mess with Liverpool, you don't have a product. The two teams that are supposed to challenge Liverpool are both poor. All these teams that are even playing better football is Bournemouth, I think, is the best playing football right now for me. Right? I would give Spurs some love.
How about Brighton?
I would even give Brighton. I like that manager. Thank you for reminding me. I like him.
Brighton has been playing good football.
You see what I mean? As much as Glasner, he can kick rocks, I think he's doing very well over there.
To me, I think so let's go offshoot for a second. I think to me, what's stopping Brighton from doing better is the fact that they have to play everybody. They have to sell and they have to play everybody. They have to showcase everybody's talent. Hey, you see that Gomez?
We got him.
Come by him.
And they got a new striker that everybody's looking at. Yeah,
you don't see him for 2 weeks, and then for the next 2 weeks, he's that other guy. Come by him.
Yeah,
and I think for that reason, they cannot be consistently successful. That's why sometimes Brighton, it's iffy
with them. Yeah. Now, Frank Furmas is trying to be slick. He's like Arteta is in his 5th year with the full backing. He needs no excuse. That's true. We are in our 2nd actual year from the 3rd era. You think you're going to slide that in and we're going to let you run away? This Chelsea fan is trying to be slick and say, oh, we are just in the 2-year in. And brother, come in front of the class. As well, fact, where you are, let me send you the link so you could come answer for your crimes. Chelsea is abysmal.
You spend too much money.
You spend $2 billion pounds sterling. And this is the best you can. I hope you guys keep playing the way you're playing because we need that dub when we come to Stamford Bridge, okay? But come on now, £2 billion, and this is the best you can have. Cole Palmer is injured for 2-3 weeks. And we talking about Gomez. Your boy, what's his name? Reece James. Yeah? So you guys, Chelsea fans, you guys have no excuse. Just keep winning the Club World Cup and people will just put you in the back burner. But you guys have no excuse. $2 billion and 2 years. Come on. $2 billion? Give Liverpool $2 billion and see who we get. We spent only a mere fee of 450 million, and look at what we did. Rasta, where you at? Big up yourself, brother. How you doing? We're still looking for you, Rasta. You will be answering your crimes very soon, too. We got the receipt. But then we move on from Arsenal and Pep Guardiola. So that tactics that he decided to play on Sunday, was it the other Pep? Or was it the other Pep? I don't know which Pep brought that type of tactics, where you substituted 3 strikers or 3 forwards and bring in 3 more center backs. I'm talking about haram football. Everybody needs their money back. I'm just saying, right? I'm looking at those 2 teams because everybody like, oh my God, look at how City is passing the ball. Look how quick they move. Oh my brother, Manchester United is literally 1 point away from City. Or is it 2?
It doesn't matter. They're too close.
Huh? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's the lowest possession in that Arsenal game. I think they had 36%.
36. Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, that's the lowest possession he's ever, since, all his matches are basically recorded. Since his first game at Barcelona, he's never had less. That's the lowest possession he's ever had in a game as a professional coach. Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Man City. That's it. That game. This is what I'm saying, man. Defensive football is coming back.
Mourinho said,
but I have a different view. It's not too out there. I personally think that it's not necessarily defensive football. I think one of the things that Pep has not learned how to win is winning without having the ball. And I think that's something they may be trying. Maybe that's why they brought Pep Linders in there. They trying to learn how to win, how to be dominant without having the ball. And
I don't know why you're bringing Linders to do that. No, I just
because
you're saying it's
he
not
thought
that stand out. It's literally, no, I'm just saying, Carl, if you're saying it doesn't stand out, it's not that. It's literally the lowest percentage of possession he's ever had in his career. So it's.
I do disagree. I'm just saying maybe
it's obvious.
Maybe that's what they're trying to do.
Defensive football is back. I'm talking in broad strokes here. But I'm saying is football is going in cycles. And a lot of our football in England now is going back towards is more set PC, things like long throws, and it's getting less and less. It's just the way it goes. I'm not saying, look, teams still play attacking football, obviously. But it's just tendencies, it's trends. I don't like it. It's not great. Arsenal, I think, just as Arsenal fans, I know a couple of Irish fans that are just banging their heads against the wall, having to watch this. This guy's putting out there.
I was doing laundry and I felt bored watching that game.
Yeah, and it's like they've got nothing. I mean, 0 to show for it. 0.
Now, question to you guys:
finishes and a game against Real Madrid in Champions League. That's about it. They have nothing to show.
We give Arsenal hell about their transfers, right? And Arteta. I think we need to do the same thing with City. City spent a lot of money between January and the summer, and this is the best players they could find. Are you telling me Pep Guardiola could not find another? Yes, Mamouche is injured. Yes, I understand. But a couple years ago, Pep used to have players hiding under the bench. One player goes down, another one pops up from somewhere. Like, either something is going on with their training session where, well, I know Mamouche was because of international break. What's the other guy? The guy from France, Leo. Cherky. Well, how did he get injured? Training or was it game time?
I'm not
right.
Sure.
They got Savino. He's not playing. They're trying to give him a new contract. That's where I'm coming from. Pep has not been able to recruit better attackers to help Haaland. The only people he has is just what's the name? Silva and Foden. And Doku. Doku is balling out right now. So I think the same.
I think that's a bit harsh. I think that's a bit harsh because I think that all the attackers that they've wanted, they've gotten it. Anybody they've like, yo, we wanted that guy, they've gotten it. And so therefore I don't think that should be an excuse for them that
unless it's flying birds.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I don't think that should be an excuse for them. They have not been able to.
No, Carl, I'm not saying
good attackers.
That's my whole point. They did not recruit properly. They got the players they wanted
because they got the top. They got top. Doku was at the top young.
No, I'm not talking about Doku. Yes, I'm talking about this year. This year, what has it done? All these great players they lost. Who have they replaced it with?
Sharky and Reinders ain't top bracket. They're good, but they ain't. Top bracket.
Yeah.
Nori, man, top bracket.
I think it's a weird one. It's the first time I've ever seen City go down in levels of transfers. These guys would never get in the old City team. No way. You know, like for me, Kevin De Bruyne, Silva, David Silva, like all these type of players are Man City players. These guys are like. So I'm not going to say Liverpool players because that's disrespectful, but normal. I think Brian said this a few weeks ago about the signings they've got with the signings we'd normally go after. The ones we got, they go for. Brian said that. And I was like, spot on, bro.
Question. Are we saying is that the quality that they're getting now is worse, or is worse, or is it those players are not top players? Because to me, they are top players. Like
it's the same thing, Carl.
Let me explain what I mean. I mean that these players in the current market are considered top players. That doesn't necessarily mean they are as good as the previous generation of players that they
had. I ask you, did they miss recruited them, if that's even a word?
If they what?
No, I mean, you're talking about Reinders 27 from AC Milan, Sharky 21 with some issues. Few people looked at him from Lyon. You know, they may be very good players, but like this is what it's both, Carl. It's both that they're not at the level of Aguero, Silva, Yaya Toure, Mahrez, Haaland, you know, these Bernardo Silva, but they're also not top players either. You know, they were going shopping basically, you know, not little, but like, you know, maybe M&S, but we're in Harrods. We're in Harrods with the gold card. You know, buying Isaac and Wirtz. I mean, those are the guys that City used to take. Now, I know they had Haaland, so they wouldn't be taking an Isaac, but point stands, you know, and we would end up getting an Eze. We would try and get Wirtz. City would come in and take him, or Real Madrid come in and take him. We would get Eze and Sharky. Or Sharky, you know, it's more the switch. I mean, they're not. I don't mean exact comparisons, but it's just that this year we seem to be the club getting the best players on the planet. Isaac, Wirtz, doing Real Madrid type stuff, doing City type stuff, and they were out there going, "Please, just I don't care how good he is." Reinders doesn't care. Reinders isn't a City signing when they're in their palm. He's just not.
And you know
he's doing okay though. He's doing okay.
He's okay.
He's okay. I mean, the first time he played against Wolf, we were told that he's the best in since sliced bread.
Yeah, he had a top game that game. Yeah,
you see what I mean? And this is the thing. You see, before Pep always had players where if he bring players like Cherky and Reinders in, they could feed off those players and become better, right?
Yeah.
What's his name? Rodri. He had Fernandinho to learn it from. Bernardo Silva has to learn it from David Silva. Like he had always had players that were quote unquote vets for the new ones to learn it from. Now he has to create the vet that he used to buy, and he's for some reason he can't find them anymore. That's why a lot of people are like, oh, City is back. City is not playing at a level where Pep usually wants his players to play. Remember, Pep is he's a psychopath when it comes to what he wants.
He's a winner, man.
He's a winner. And right now, if you tell, like even him sitting there, you could tell like he's kind of burnt out. I think
he's burnt out. I think he's had enough.
Yeah, I'm trying not to psychoanalyze him, but like this is not the Pep that we saw versus Klopp. And what it was the first thing I don't know if that's true, but there's a comment out there that he said, "I miss Klopp." Is that true?
Yeah, he said that. Yeah.
Because sometimes a champion needs another champion, right?
Competition.
Yeah, Superman needs his fiercest rival. Batman needs the Joker to make him better. Sometimes you need that.
Yeah, but Slot looks exactly
That's
like
what it
Lex
is.
Luthor.
Yeah,
It's
Slot
just
looks
looks
exactly
like
like Lex
surprising.
Luthor. That's your villain right there. Slot
What it is,
versus
Klopp had
Maybe he doesn't like him.
Klopp had reputation, and what it was, Klopp became a big time manager in England, and Pep realised I need to step it up, so he kept it tight. Now Slot came in and he let his hair down. Pep was like, "I'm going to win this league." Liverpool got a new manager; they worried about it, and then Slot did what he did.
Thought he just needed to beat his student.
Yep.
And he got an uppercut.
I mean, he said it. I think Quasi, he definitely said something along the lines of he would have left City previously had Klopp not come in, and it wasn't really about Klopp coming in. It was just about having someone driving him on. That Liverpool team that drove them on to 98, 99, 98, whatever it was, to win the league. He was, because he was kind of saying it was kind of getting a little bit easy. And that was a brilliant that was one of the reasons he stuck around. And it was kind of like, well, that's a bloody double-edged sword for us, isn't it?
Right.
Because if you hadn't stuck around, we might have won a couple more leagues.
Yeah.
But I think he's absolutely done in England. He's been here nearly 10 years, massively.
Man, it's been that long?
Yeah.
I mean, if he finishes this year, if he finishes one more season, he can't be far off 9 years, so basically a decade in England.
That's crazy.
But
I did not see Pep being in one.
club.
Pep has always been a place 3-4 years and he bounced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
but I think he likes.
You can see it in his eyes, Jake. Can't you? You can see it in his eyes. He's done.
Yeah, I mean the man.
He's done.
See this, and this is a thing that a lot of times we fans we forget the human side of these guys. Pep and Klopp went through the same traumatic experience during COVID. They both lost their mothers, and they could not go to the funeral. And to make it worse, Pep almost basically lost his wife. Now she's back. So that alone, it's heavy, man. It is
heavy, man.
It's heavy. So
people don't understand that.
People don't understand
and
that.
He's not English. His family is still. He's a Barcelona boy. He wants to. He wants to go back to his home at some point. Barcelona is nicer than Manchester. I think we can all agree on that. Time is going to come. I just the high pressure but the thing was I think that gets the Pep is he knows that if he had done what he did at City with Liverpool, he'd be like a god. But now all these things he's done at City, nobody doesn't care. Nobody cares what he's done at City because it's all FFP, it's 150 charges, and he knows it's really not that. It's not rated by people in England. He's been angry about that for so long.
We would have been the most hated club of. Well, we already is. It would have not that I'm just saying I'm not happy with Klopp because I wanted Klopp at Liverpool before Pep, but at the end of the day, Pep is Pep. He is one of the greatest of all time. I don't care what anybody says.
He is. What a guy.
You know what I mean? Even Mourinho said it. As much as Mourinho loved Chelsea and went to Manchester United, the club that he said he actually wanted was Liverpool. And we chose Benitez over him.
Yeah, but
people saying he's just a checkbook manager. Ugh.
Yeah, but don't you reckon this, Brian and Quasi and Carl, that have you noticed the English players under Pep don't do great? Like you got Grealish and Foden. God knows what's happened to him. And what's happened is Pep Guardiola is a driver. He will get into your.
No, he doesn't have time for foolishness.
He ain't got time for foolishness. Hence why these English lads are like, well, there you go. You're not getting games. Grealish is at Everton.
The ones who put their head down, Stones, Sterling, even Foden. Foden, he took his time with Foden, which I appreciate. He took his time with that guy.
Yeah, but he was a kid. He was 17.
Yeah. But you see, the English media was trying to, let him play. He never forced him. He never pushed him. He kept him under wrap. That was one of the best things I like about Pep, what he did with Foden. And then I was up to Foden.
What's happened to Foden?
But see, this is what happened. The same thing that happens to most Brazilian players. 3 years in, then they're out. They win everything so early, and then they fall off.
The adrenaline maybe goes. I don't know, man. I think Foden, he's a top player. I'll probably say England's best player sometimes because I
think he needs to move on. If I was him,
he needs to move on. He needs to.
If I was him, Bayern Munich will be the perfect place for. See, he goes to Bayern. Musiala comes to Liverpool. Why everybody quiet?
Because that ain't working. That transfer ain't working.
I just want to see how he gets on from his injury when he comes back. Let's take it from there.
But it's mad, JK, because like when they last won, like basically the year before they won their last league title, he didn't play that much.
Mhm.
Then the year before when they won their last league title, Foden was not Manchester City player of the year. He was Premier League player of the year.
Mhm.
He was voted best player in the league, and then last season back on the bench again.
Yeah.
The Foden
After
shit
the
is
Euros. Yeah.
it's weird with Pep. He's in and he's the best player in the league, and then he's out again because Pep makes some little change or something like this, and blah blah blah.
Mhm.
This season he's coming back in a bit again now.
Yeah.
It's the Pep and Foden thing is weird. He's either the most important player on the pitch and one of the best players in the league, or Pep decides to change things up, and it always seems to be Foden is the one who loses out, even if he's the best. So I think, I would agree that I'd rather see him he's not going to get in. I'd like to see him try his luck at Barcelona. Because he's got all that kind of skill and ability, but there's not many. He's not going to sign for anyone in England.
Mhm.
No one in England is buying him off Man City. So, which is the big clubs outside of England that are somewhere he should go? Good enough for him. Paris Saint-Germain. That's just hoping to win a Champions League.
I mean, Foden, Barcelona. I think Bayern will be the best spot. PSG, I agree.
Bit of a step down, Bayern, from City.
Yeah, but you win. You're gonna be in the
He
Champions
suits
League.
Barcelona the way he plays football. He'll be perfect for them.
Yeah.
I'll take
Rafinha days are coming.
I'll take Foden. No, I reckon he's quality, but I just think you've got to understand him as well, bro. I think I don't know, God knows what he gets up to and that, but I just feel his personality clashes with Pep's, hence why he didn't get that much game time. I think if he was like Kevin De Bruyne, professional, determined, I want to win, he's playing every game. I just think Foden off the field is a bit of a I don't know what you want to call him, but I don't think he's that disciplined as, say, Rodri and a Kevin De Bruyne. Hence why he won't get that much game time. And I think Pep Guardiola is proper focused on that he wants players in his team that want to win.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But that's why I feel like Liverpool back to back is very, very, very high. We just have to. The manager has to just find a way to make it gel. If we gel, man, oh my God! Like even tomorrow's game, if we play 60 minutes of how we played 35 with Everton, the game is done in half. Anybody disagree?
I reckon I want to see a game where we've wrapped it up within the first half.
And that's what I'm saying. If we play like how we played 30 minutes with Everton, the game is done in a half.
Yep.
Now, you said bet your last dollar on a clean sheet. I won't do that. I will not do that.
We did that. We had 2 games back-to-back clean sheets. I thought, okay, sorted, and then bang, we let Everton. Was it Everton and Southampton score now?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And it's all mistakes. That's the annoying part. The only games that somebody has to the net was
Endo's
Atletico
assist. Yeah, Endo's assist the other day.
And Endo and Joey just. I guess they wanted Mamardashvili to have practice. But talking about Mamardashvili, though, this goalkeeper is quick for a big boy like that. There was two instances where I was like, how did he? Yeah, man.
Quasi, can I just one thing that I've been speaking on today, and this I think is important for maybe the future as well. If you look at a lot of the way that people are building up from the back, as it were, ask yourself why did Man City sell Ederson and buy Donnarumma? Donnarumma is a goalkeeper, not a footballer, right? Not saying he cannot pass the ball, but he's not a ball-playing goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Man City started, not everybody, but that was the whole idea, to have these ball playing goalkeepers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of that is to do with pressing. The pressing game
The
that comes in
president,
is
these athletes.
press.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you will see is a lot of teams, when they're passing it around between the goalkeeper and the back three, back four is becoming a back three. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's your build up shape. Grav drops in for us. It'll be someone dropping in, Virgil, Ibu split, Ali passing the ball around. They wanted good goalkeepers because they were going to pass rush the goalkeeper, blitz the goalkeeper, press high. Teams aren't doing that now. Teams are now sitting off and they're not pressing onto your back three. They're not pressing onto the goalkeeper. That's a shift in tactics. And that is a nationwide shift. That is a shift across the board. So in that scenario, you don't need a goalkeeper that can play. You don't have to have a ball playing goalkeeper. What you have now is a hyper reliance for a lot of teams on height and strength and set pieces. What do you need? Someone like Mamardashvili, someone like Donnarumma that can dominate, like things go in cycles back to the old days. They can dominate their penalty area.
Yeah.
Mamardashvili is massive. He can come out, he can claim crosses, he can take balls.
Yep.
He doesn't have to be Ederson with his feet. He doesn't have to be.
And actually, he's better on his feet than Donnarumma is.
Yeah, you don't have to be right. Like Arteta is sort of taking credit for having the most attacking goalkeeper in the league. This guy needs to get back in his box. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is what is happening now. If this is one of the technical shifts, because people say, "Oh, what's going on there?" Genuinely ask yourself why a guy that invented tiki-taka is selling a ball-playing goalkeeper, even though he would have replaced him anyway, but replacing him with an out-and-out shot stopper, Trafford, and Donnarumma.
Direct. But look at it this way, though. That's why I always tell people, do not compare Alisson to anybody in the Premier League. Because Alisson gives you everything that Irishman you're talking about. Alisson, when it comes to the feet, he's not better than Ederson. But he is a goalkeeper, a traditional goalkeeper / more. Like, he fits in any box you put him in. He can play from the back, or he could just go direct. But sometimes his kicks are very, very like, Alisson, what are you doing? Right? But that's, I guess, is a Brazilian in him. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of City fans and a lot of rival fans are gonna start crediting Pep for getting what's his name? Donnarumma, because Pep is going back to direct. No, Liverpool has always had that goalkeeper. His name is Alisson. The thing is, Alisson, he fought whatever you want Alisson to do, he's perfect at it. So, now we have Mamardashvili.
Quasi,
yes, sir.
1 second. Imagine Mamardashvili. We not buying Mamardashvili last year. He's at City. He's a City player.
Yeah,
right now.
They would have gotten him.
Yeah,
that's very true. I haven't even talked about it. That's a very good point, because, and also people talking about Donnarumma against City, against Arsenal. Now you guys know why Enrique decided to sell him. I'm sorry, Donnarumma, you do not have no business coming out the way you came out. Let your defenders try it. At least give him a chance to at least they get to the penalty box. To the penalty line, then rush out. There was no reason for him to be no man's land like that. City fans will be like, oh no, it's because the center back. No. When the center back is coming with an attacker, you as a goalkeeper need to give him time, because there's a possibility that they can do something. If you rush out, that's where you cause the penalty kick. You cause a foul, just like you saw what Chelsea goalkeeper did against Manchester United. Now people see why Enrique decided to let him go. Because as good as Donnarumma is as a short stopper, he is. His decision making is very, 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 very minimal. You're gonna see. I'm not hating.
Well, I've watched him since his AC Milan days, because I like Milan, so I've watched him when he first started. I said, yeah, he's good, but what's the hype about this guy, And then last season was the best season I've ever seen him.
Yeah, last season he was the best. He was the best. Him winning the Ballon, the goalkeepers thing in the Ballon d'Or ceremony. over Alisson, that didn't bother me. But that Ballon d'Or list that they did was just embarrassing. They need to, as a matter of fact, they need to stop this event. Let each federation do their own. We are tired of this with this popularity contest. Anybody below Dembele, that whole list was wrong. The whole list, anybody but Dembele, everybody else. You telling me, I'm saying Virgil was probably the best player in Liverpool. He was the most consistent the whole of last year. And you telling me the best center back in the world was number 28.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, God. What a joke. Captain of the Premier League title winners, you know what I mean? Like, he was solid last season, Van Dijk. 28.
You telling me Lamille, why do they make Lamille number 2? Based off what?
9 goals.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Cole Palmer. What's Cole Palmer doing at number 8?
Oh, yeah.
Just
His
chilling.
wages.
Just chilling.
Palmer, man, hype. I don't rate Palmer. I've never have. I think he's a good player, yeah, but he is not.
I'm
he's not
about
that
to
good.
get upset. But
He's not
going to that goalkeeper thing, yeah, Donnarumma, he's old school, traditional Buffon. You know, even Buffon was ahead of his time, but he's more of a Buffon type. But I still see why Enrique let him go. He makes some decisions that you'll be like, why? And then he will make a super save. You'll be like, where did this guy come from? How did he do that? For a big boy like that, you guys gonna see, he will make some super save. And then he will make a decision where you'll be like, was he supposed to do that? And that's how the goal came in. I believe if he had stayed on his line or even stayed in his box, what's the name? Martinelli would have had a touch on the ball first before he shoot. And when he has a touch, you come out because now you make yourself big. Make the goal smaller. But as soon as the ball was coming, he was already out. He got caught in no man's land. He just tapped it over his head. City fans will say, oh, no, it's because the center back was out of position. No. Goalkeeper, you have to trust your center backs.
They've got Burnley tomorrow at home, Man City.
Oh, yeah, that's a win for them.
That's a win for them. But so it was good that they dropped points in the last game. Yeah, that was good.
Home or away?
Home they are. They're at home. So
well, I mean, if Burnley can shut us down for 90 minutes, they can do the same thing.
Imagine that. That'd be funny, man.
Yeah, they don't have the crowd. They don't have the crowd with them.
They didn't even have the crowd when we were at Burnley. Liverpool fans were loud. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times, you know, so-called content creators and a lot of TV pundits, they don't watch the game. They like the narrative of who Pep Guardiola is and how he did it. They are not paying attention to certain things. I mean, Enrique said, I'm the reason why he's leaving. He took it on the chin and then shut everybody down. And I think this league, people need to pay more attention to what the league is rather than painting a narrative, expecting everything to be the same thing over and over, right? Same thing. That's why a lot of people are criticizing Vert so much. Ete hasn't been pulling trees either. Whether he has chances or not, if you're a baller, get in there. Same way everybody's criticizing Vert. I'm putting the same thing on him. As a matter of fact, people told me about Rio. If you're a baller, play. If Ete is that dude that everybody's talking about, brother, you had Spurs who would have started you all day, every day. You decided to go to Arsenal to just sit on the bench, be a bench warmer for a manager who doesn't know what they're doing. I'm just saying, a lot of people don't want in. That's why I say I always wait till the 10th game. That's when my criticism start getting more and more harsher. But if you're gonna come at my boy, I'm paying attention to all of you suckers. CT, Jerky, he had one good game. Everybody was like, baller, better than Vert. Again, after Wolves, they lose to Spurs, and everybody was like, oh, it's just second game. But yeah, if it's the second game, why are you giving him so much praise off at first game?
Because what it is, if they big up Man City players, it gives them more energy to beat us. That's how I see it.
And you know what? Rasta, 1000% agree with you. I think Eze was a much better better fit for Spurs than Arsenal.
Yeah.
He was because you can understand why.
No, I understand. Yeah, you're right. That one, you're not gonna get an argument with me. But
yeah, if I'm a player, I mean, yeah, it's Spurs, but fucking hell, who knows what's going to be happening there in 12 months. But yeah, he started at Arsenal, didn't he? Eze. I could understand why he would go back, but yeah, I think he wouldn't win a Premier League title with either of them. So, but I can just about understand the Arsenal thing.
Brian, you are low, man. He said you're not going to win any league with that, though.
Yeah, but more of a chance with Arsenal than Tottenham, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. More of a chance with Arsenal. Yeah, he's not going to win either of them, but more of a chance.
Right, see, this is the thing with Arsenal thing, right? Their fans are panicking because they know another team is going to come from nowhere. You know, Liverpool's there. Whatever Liverpool does this year, Liverpool's there. City, you know, they're talking about company coming in. Right?
Oh, damn.
But
Chelsea,
why would he leave? Why would he leave? Why would he leave Germany? Why would he leave Germany?
Do you know how bad it is in Germany? And yes, thank you, Irishman. Money.
He's a City legend, City captain. Go back there.
City captain, man.
Around the week.
Fair point. But he's again. I'm not. Again, if Mendem are a City fan in the chat, please put your fingers in your ears. I will never leave Bayern München for a City. Like, there's no way.
The money, man.
I understand Germany, but there's no money. Like, to me as a manager, being the manager of Bayern Munich is.
But guess what? Guess what City can do? He can take at least 4 Bayern Munich players when he comes there. He can bring Bayern Munich to City within 2 years. Remember, they just had $1 billion in the endorsement from Etihad.
Let's get Olise here first, then. Let's get Olise.
No, Olise is coming. Me again. Olise is on the list. Olise is on the list.
No, I think company will do like what everyone does in Germany. You go there, you don't get any credit unless you win the Champions League because it's like PSG now. Do a few years there, but he to me, it's like Xabi Alonso with Liverpool for me. Former captain, well, not
very risky. Club, but, it is risky,
but a former legend, loves the club, still a young manager. So I can't see a world where at some point Xabi Alonso doesn't end up, unless he ends up being a complete whatever. But I mean, he has a good career.
Where is he going after here, though?
I mean, I just like the idea of quasi of 4 years, 4 more years of slot. Wins a couple of trophies, wins a couple of Premier Leagues, Champions League, and Xavi does 4 more years at Real Madrid.
And he's coming home.
Trophies, switcheroo.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going there. That could have possibility. But Liverpool,
Xavi's got to come home at some stage. Xavi has to come home at some stage.
Yeah, because he's not going to Barcelona for sure.
Oh man,
he might go to Sociedad. He might go to Sociedad.
Eventually, he'll go to Sociedad as well.
He'll finish off at Sociedad.
Yeah, 100% he will.
Yeah, he'll finish off at Sociedad, but he has to come home.
He's checked off Bayern, or he's checked off Real Madrid now.
Yeah,
he's done. He'll probably want to do maybe the Bayern job at some point. But I guarantee his list of dream jobs, Real Madrid, box ticked. Don't tell me his next dream job is in Liverpool.
Yeah. See, this is the thing.
But he needs to win though. I definitely need.
Obviously, if he tanks and he ends up to
if he tanks, he's going to Sociedad.
He'll still be my favorite player of all time. He'd still be like
for sure.
He's still going to be Xavi. But I would love Xavi as a manager at Liverpool, and I'm just going to have this weird kind of thing where all of a sudden we have a load of Xabi Alonso's in our team. It won't happen. But just him standing, he just looks like a manager. He sounds like a manager. He's class. He's never been anything other than class.
Yeah,
I really wanted him. I was gutted when we couldn't have him before we got.
It was a bit of a kick in it. But Carl, that's what I thought when I heard it. It was basically right. It would have been much, much worse, right? If we'd been in for him and he didn't join us, but he joined, I don't know, like Inter Milan or something like that kind of thing. But it's like, okay, he's doing the Real Madrid thing. Because I'm thinking, okay, cool. Because I would much rather like us get Xavi after he's done his Real Madrid thing, than Xavi come to Liverpool and be like really good. And after 18 months, it's like Madrid want Alonso. Because they would. It'd be like, even after 2 years, if he wins the league, Madrid want Alonso. He's done his Madrid thing now, so that'll be in the past. So he can come to Liverpool, do 5, 6, 7 years without anybody with these stories.
Bro,
now that's my perfect future. Basically,
you know what people are also not talking about, Irishman? He has one of the most colorful careers of all time.
Incredible.
He played for Liverpool, won Champions League, and has one of the best Champions League nights of all time. He was in Madrid. No, actually, he went to Bayern.
Scored in the final itself.
He scored in the final. He was in Bayern, another big club. Madrid, win Champions League with them, won the World Cup, won the Euro.
Yeah.
Now he's managed a team that went undefeated in the Bundesliga. If he does it again in Madrid, he does it again in Madrid, man. People cannot say this guy is not him. Zizou should have continued coaching. I don't care if you want 3 back-to-back, but brother, when you stop coaching, man, you kind of diminish your
opportunities.
This guy said all assumptions are hope. We're talking about his credit. He's coming home in about 5 years when Arne Slot dominates the league.
Yeah, I mean, Rasta, come on, man. Allow a man some dreams, I know
Rasta is beyond the streets being Debbie Downer. He did the same thing with the Isak thing. Even with the verse thing, he was doing the same thing.
It's a bit of hope, It's just a bit of fun. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying let's just say if
Rasta carrying out here again, you know what I mean?
He's out there popping balloons, man.
See, that's his only uppercut, brother. That's the only mistake. Now we say mistake. That's the only mishap that didn't happen. You can't fault me with Zubimendi because he changed his mind. He said, "Fun is for kids."
Rasta. Football is supposed to be fun, man. Football is supposed to be fun.
Don't worry. Rasta will learn his lesson next year when we bring all those super. Liverpool is going to have the Galacticos next year. Do you guys know?
When we score, Rasta's like just sitting there. Last minute winner, Rasta's like, fuck that.
I know. He better not be celebrating. If I catch you celebrating, Rasta, we have a problem.
You got to smile, bro. You got to enjoy it.
He hangs around with Maddie too much. That's why.
I think it's that Friday Night Line was broken his brain. Fun is not winning trophies. Rasta, fun is not winning trophies. Success is winning trophies.
You know what I mean?
Fun is watching a game.
The journey.
Great players.
The journey is the fun part.
Yeah, it's about watching good players.
And trophies is the icing on the cake. If you are just jumping in at the trophy end, you are just a plastic fan. Enjoy with us through the trenches. That's the journey. That's why when people talk about 2005, they only stop at Istanbul. If you just talk about Istanbul, I know that you're not a true Liverpool fan.
That was fun.
That was fun. But the journey towards that 2005 final, oh my God.
Yo, that was crazy, bro. That was crazy. I'll tell you a story.
Olympiacos.
If you're allowed.
Olympiacos, man, what a game. Neil Mellor, all those people, Cinema Pongal, Neil Mellor, all those people, man, that, just they never get talked about, but these random people that just getting us over the line, these crazy games.
I'll tell you a little story, Mendem. I think it was the Olympiacos game, right? And I was in school. I was in grade 7, 8, whatever it was. And then I really wanted to watch the game. But the thing is, I was back then. I was living in Haiti, and then I went to private school, so that means that I had to get so they hired a almost like a school bus type of thing, private chauffeur for about 5 or 7 of us.
This guy's rich.
We're not that rich, but if you're from the Caribbean, you know, you're acting like you don't know Quasi, you know, and the thing is, I had a group of friends. We all wanted to watch the game. I had friends who are a Chelsea fan, Real Madrid fan, and then we wanted to go home. And the thing is, in Haiti, you can't skip school. You're either in school or you're not in school. You're not in school. But the thing is, we had one mentor who knew how to drive. He had a pickup truck. He came in with his pickup truck that day and parked inside the school. And then after that, around 2 p.m., school ends at 4. So around 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m., we jet to his house because he was living the closest to the school. So closest to the school. So we went to his place and then we came back around to watch the game. And then to tell you the story, you know, discipline. I got my ass whooped that day. But it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Worth it though. Worth it.
Dude. They beat you, you smiling. They're like, why are you smiling? You'll be like, you don't understand. Just keep beating me.
Yeah. Carl afterwards walked out with those Jersey Dudek wobbly legs. It was worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah, it was so much fun, man, and we all got suspended though. We all got suspended.
That's even better. That's 2 weeks off school. 2 weeks off school.
Like, you can watch the rest of the game.
But
the thing is that in Haiti, suspension is not the same that you don't come to school. You still come to school. It's just that you have a suspension on your thing. That means that if it's almost work as in like if you get another one, they kick you out of school. They kick you out of school because it's a private
we got
school.
3 suspensions and you're expelled. Yeah, but suspension meant you couldn't come to the school for 2 weeks.
Well,
I've never been suspended or expelled.
Yeah. No, I did not get expelled, but because I was a good student, I got
suspended.
So they were never able to expel me.
But I was the Champions League game that day. For me, that day, that taught me a valuable lesson in life. You could have a problem, and then later on in that day, the problem's gone. And that game taught me that.
Do some wobbly legs, JK.
I ain't got time for sadness.
If all else fails, do some wobbly legs.
Kismet, you're right, man. There was a lot of lessons out there, man. It wasn't good for my heart.
I watched it, JK, I watched that game with someone who had absolutely no interest whatsoever in anything to do with what was going on in that room at the time. You know, not even, let alone Liverpool, not even football. They were just there and they were doing their own thing. By the end of that game, they were downstairs with me watching it because we came back to my parents' house because they do, and then we came back down and he was there shouting and screaming and roaring with me. Like at the start of that game, he's like, "What's this bullshit?" I'm like, "It's the Champions League final." He's like, "Okay, whatever. Get some beers in. I'll just sit here, have some beers. You watch your fucking stupid football match." By the end of the night, he was in the room with my mum and my dad screaming and roaring, "Go on, Liverpool, go on, go on."
Yeah.
Like, and he's a fan ever since. I mean, just what a night, man. What a night.
What a night, man.
People had no interest. Were like, this is insane. This is amazing.
Insane. There's about 30 of us in the room watching that game. It was mad.
And I didn't even tell you the best part about it. We had to bribe he had what's we call people staff workers. He got money. He's the one who got money. He has staff. He bribed his staff to not tell his mom that he took the car and came back home early. Like he gave them $1,000 in Haitian dollars. He gave them money to bribe them. So it went through, man. We got whooped, my guy.
Good times, man. Good times. But big up all of you guys coming through, man. I appreciate you coming in and spending almost 3 hours with your boy. Appreciate you guys. Hey, I have a plan. Tomorrow, should we do the call-in show while watching the game or do it? Because Otherwise, it's going to be
Oh.
tough to have the calling show. We could do the first calling show watch along, whatever they call it.
I'm down.
That
I'm
would
down. I'm down to that.
probably be crazy. Yeah. You're
Okay.
gonna get some
I'm
mad
down.
takes.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I'll set it up. We could do it. We just have to
That's mad
synchronize
takes.
our time together because I know some people, we are all watching the game at the same time, but some people are ahead of are ahead, you know.
I'm usually in the middle. I'm usually in the middle.
Oh,
I'm usually in the middle. The being people are way ahead. I don't.
Man.
They're in your future. Like
some people are like 4 minutes. I mean, like, how did you? Someone like wasn't a K-Mac. Sometimes he'll be talking to you, be like, "What? This guy missed the ball." I'm like, "Wait, where?" 5 minutes later, oh my God! I'm like, "Can you give me the lotto numbers, please?" But yeah, man, let's do that. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great match. Let's have some fun with it. And I think after the Irishman, are you doing a review of the match?
Probably. I don't plan stuff, so probably, yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir. People, please. I know we got 2 more subscribers, man. Thank you so very much. Who you are. YouTube is not allowing me to see who the new subscribers are. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Please do the same thing for my brethren Irishman's channel. Go in and subscribe to his channel. Thank you, Carl, for
I've
having
got a show tonight.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Oh, you have a show tonight? Okay.
Yeah,
Irishman
I've got
has a show
about
tonight.
40 minutes.
Oh,
About
40
40
minutes. Carl, thank you for having a good mic. But the camera still is what do you call it? Camera is still witness protection type of camera. Big up to Jake Kismet. You know, Brasco. That's one of the greatest movies of all time, man.
Oh, my favorite film ever, I think.
One of the greatest of all time.
Great man. What a film.
Yeah, people watch it if you haven't. Big out to all of you guys who came in the chat. Great conversation, great disagreement. That's how we do it. And we keep on moving. Tomorrow, Liverpool have to get that dub. 3 points.
Yeah. Yes, 3 points. We got to be 3-point collectors.
3 points. That's it.
And
yeah, man.
I think it's going to be a tough game.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be
which is I like game. When Liverpool play tough games because that's when
that's when we play better.
That's when we play better. When it's too easy, they fall asleep.
When it's too easy,
we fall asleep.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, bro.
Every time.
Like Arsenal, it was one of our best games in end of the season.
Yeah.
And you know, and even Newcastle, we started playing tick for tack of them because it was hard, and then it got easy. We scored 2 goals. And
2 goals quick. Like it was so fast.
So fast.
Yeah.
And then we lost concentration. I think you're probably right. You know, Burnley, tough game, and we won 1-0.
That's why I say if by December, that's why I say if by December Liverpool is at the top, it's a wrap. I mean, Grace Khan is talking about the next 3 games. If we win the next 3 games, he said he's calling it. So
I told you that last week, right? I told you that last week, right? I said if we can win the next 3 games by the international break, we might say this is curtain because there's not that many teams who can actually beat us.
That could catch up.
As a matter of fact, we might be champion by the end of the year because
people will be mad. The league is over in January.
Because if we can do what we did during the pandemic, sorry, TK, and I'll let you finish. I'll let you do it. If we can do what we did in the pandemic by winning 18, 19 games in 20, 21 games by January, this is because now we don't have to be perfect anymore. In from February or from February to April, we don't have to.
That's true.
Mathematically, when it's sorted, then I'll be cheering. Until then, I'm not saying nothing.
Have faith, man. Have faith.
I've got faith all the time, bro.
Have faith. Anyway,
it's just
thank you guys.
Quasi, isn't it? It's like, you know, if we were, let's put ourselves up against City, which is what we normally do, right? So right now, I'm not saying I'm with JK. Look, when it's done, it's done. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do it. I'm pretty sure we're going to do it. But right now, Man City have played 5, won 2, drawn 1, lost 2. They have 7 points. We have played 5, won 5, 15 points.
8.
if that was the other way around, if Man City
Nobody would have told us we
5
catch
wins
up.
out of 5 straight wins, and we're sitting there in 9th on 7 points, we're thinking, yeah, we might have a thing, but we're looking, oh, fuck, these guys have already given them an 8-point lead.
No way.
Already we've given them an 8-point lead.
And that's why I'm saying
5
tomorrow's
points.
match is so pivotal. Liverpool gets 3 points. Arsenal is going to St. James Park. One way or another, St. James is taking their scalps. Whether it's going to be a draw or loss, something is going to happen. Arsenal coming out 8 points behind Liverpool is pressure already. The pressure that's on Arsenal is ridiculous tomorrow. Liverpool, yes, we have some pressure because we have to win. But we win. Oh, my God. They all real men. Just go on AFC.
They have to go and win. They have to go and
They
win.
have to win because if they go behind, they know it's over. They know it's over. Already, they're like, how are we going to catch up?
It's true what Brian just said about if it was the other way around. Yeah, we would be like, oh, they've already sorted. Yeah, it's true, Brian.
We'd be writing ourselves off.
Yep.
8 points behind. Like we say, oh, hey, look, can you beat a Liverpool team over league release? Oh, geez, that's a tough one. But yeah, I reckon we can do it. Could you beat them with an 8-point deficit after 5 games? Oh, come on.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Because you know what that, Brian, you know what that makes next week game against Chelsea? Null and void. It doesn't even matter if we lose next week against Chelsea. If we win tomorrow and then they don't beat Newcastle, it makes the Chelsea game no pressure. Like if we lose to Chelsea, we're never gonna go undefeated. It doesn't.
Yeah, we're gonna lose games. We're gonna lose games. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
when you
gents,
lose them, it's when it happens.
I gotta get out of here. Go to the office.
Take
care of you guys. Peace out, everybody. We see you tomorrow.
Out,
For the first call-in watch-along. Come and join us. Crazy Bold. Yes.